everybody. We are late and gay because we are. That's just why. We're late and gay. Hey, Skog. We are joined also, as usual. We know that I'm. Oops, sorry, you heard my thing playing in the background. Just ignore that. Instead, you could listen to this.
Oh, whoa.
Because we are joined as always by Spoo-Woon, my lovely co-host, and we are joined also tonight by Bill. How's it going, Bill?
Liberal.
That is the best way to ever enter a stream. Just the sound of an opening can and being called a liberal. Absolutely based. Thoroughly endorse.
Oh, yeah. Good to be here.
Oh, yeah.
This is
the Democracy Manifest.
God, rest in peace.
For a king.
For the king. God bless that man. He's going into the afterlife, eating his succulent Chinese meal. It's actually kind of funny. That was the subtitle of my speech at the wit end.
Pause and for James Earl Jones.
Oh, I know. Horrible. Yes, horrible to hear. Bill told me yesterday, and I think that like my brain couldn't process it.
Like legit, her brain just like skipped over the information I'm giving her.
Because I was like, James Earl Jones didn't die. What? No. Oh my, how sad. Let's try to have a bit more fun. Let's not. We got many excellent films and roles from James Earl Jones. He was a real one. Pour one out for a real one. My, of course, favorite role for him is as the Rock of Ages from Merlin. My favorite movie that no one's ever seen. The 1998 made-for-television Hallmark movie, Merlin. It is like 3.5 hours long, and gee, I love that film.
I mean, it's no Excalibur, but it's pretty good.
No, which Excalibur, it's funny, you mentioned that was the one what they used for the cover of the programming and all the
Excalibur, also known as Merlin. Yeah. It was a little bit fashway.
A little bit more fashway. So I have found this article for you, Spoo-Woon. We're mostly going to be watching the debate tonight. I have not seen it. I've seen some clips. Obviously, that is the big news, is the debate, which I didn't think was going to happen. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. Did you? Either of you?
To be honest,
no.
I thought she was going to pull out. I mean, she's used to that.
Pulling out has never been her strong suit.
Well, no. She's usually on her knees, so I mean, she doesn't have to. So I want you to take this article, Spoon, because I saw it when I was, as I've often told you guys here, when I go to collect articles and like what happened today, what happened this week, I go to the Gateway Pundit and I go use the Western Journal. I like the Western Journal a lot better than I like the Gateway Pundit, because a lot of times they have weird stories like this. Weird little things, and I just think that they're a better outlet for a news aggregator. So, Spoo-Woon, shall we begin with the title?
Oh, okay. School under fire after mother sneaks into building and fights with students. I'm guessing she must have been quite petite because of. Okay.
We'll see.
Louisiana. Is it some really fat black woman?
Let it cook.
Let the article cook.
That's a yes. Louisiana charts it's a woman who fought in a school. Like the chance of it being black is like 90%.
And it's Louisiana.
There you go. Yeah. So she's fat as fuck. Southern fried food.
Well,
Yeah.
You don't know that. You could just be wrong. We'll find out. It's obviously an Asian woman. Come on. But let's read the story.
Was an Asian woman should be beating her own kid at home for not doing math. A Louisiana charter school is under fire after an August 22nd incident in which the mother of a student has been accused of entering the school and fighting with students. I bet she looks like a fucking gorilla as well. The incident took place on August 22nd at about 7 a.m. It's unusual. They're never usually up that early. Unless they're being whipped and working on plantations.
Well, even then, this time of year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting colder. The Baton, and they're used to warmer climates. The Baton Rouge Police. There we go. The Baton Rouge Police Corporal Sandra Watts said that the mother of a student was let on the campus through a door near the school gym. Just the way that's phrased sounds very weird. Like let in, like she's some kind of a wild hippo.
Yeah, but
very strange.
I think you're going to see very quickly why I brought up this article.
Okay. The woman participated in a fight, Watts said, noting that an investigation is still ongoing. She said charges are pending. Student
Uh-huh. This is why. What are we doing with this?
Okay.
What are we doing with this?
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I think it's jank.
I think it's Janiqua, unironically.
No, there's not. There's no I think it's janky.
Let me look it up.
What? Here, Chet. What the hell is this? This is why I brought up this article. So I was just scrolling through the Western Journal.
I have to
I
ask
don't
this.
understand.
I have to
don't
ask this
understand.
because it's not the first time that I've seen something like this, but I would like to know why is it that this cultural thing among single black women in America where you want the kid's name to be unique, so you name the kid the most retarded feckin' thing you possibly can.
It's spelled YOO apostrophe N apostrophe QUE. Unique.
Yeah, just like that kind of crap. And so, as a consequence, anyone who sees a name that makes absolutely no sense, your immediate response is this comes from a broken home and the father's in jail.
Well, yeah, it can't be. It can't be Janiqua, guys. There's no A.
This is the only instance of this name.
Yeah, because this is made up. Because this woman just invented this shit in their brain.
Legitimately, one of the top. Okay, normally when you get something this weird, like Reddit usually crops up somewhere, and legitimately one of the top results is what's the pronunciation and what does hard R refer to?
Right, it can't be Janiqua because there's no A. It's ended in A. It's janky. Janky. Janky.
Okay, I remember this is Cajun French territory. So.
Well, this isn't
Jean-K.
French. This is
So
nothing.
Jean-K?
Jean-K? Something like that. I don't know what the hell this is, but it's not Janiqua. That one I would have been able to maybe understand.
But if you use the apostrophes as missing vowels, it would be Janiqua.
It screams,
no
I
A
don't
at the
understand
end.
the function of Father's Day is what it screams.
Jean-K?
Yeah, yes, they
Maybe
don't
Jenica?
understand. Oh, speaking of, I would
Jenica?
like to say happy anniversary to everybody out there. Happy anniversary. If you don't know, now what is it the anniversary of today?
9/11?
What?
Yeah, that's the date.
Yeah, that's the day I came over to Guernsey and moved in with Bill. It's our anniversary.
Oh.
Nothing else happened on this day in history.
Truly a day of terrors.
How is it a day of terror? How dare you, Bill? It's our 5-year anniversary.
Oh. At least with 8 in the play.
I mean, at least I don't know what's it's a nice two numbers. I don't know why 9/11 just a nice date.
Well,
you know?
Bill, at least with her the plane landed.
You say it like it's a beneficial thing.
Happy anniversary. Yes,
Happy
the dancing
anniversary,
Israelis are there are Israelis dancing right now to celebrate our anniversary. That's lovely. I'm sure they are.
Oh, okay, then why is it on this platform that you say that? Because
what do you mean?
Mentioned both Bill and I would probably like to say things that are
that would have been spicy by
about?
Rumble. So.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I'm sure you don't.
I have no idea what you. I don't know. Look, just
Aiden,
Bill
how
and
do you feel
I,
about Hugo Boss?
I mean, he cut some real proper fits. Okay, you can't deny it. His fit went hard.
Probably real skinny for the fit though.
And you got some Hugo Boss cologne. That smells nice too.
Yeah, red and black is a nice contrast. Yeah,
I mean it is just inherently. It's a nice look. It's for the fit,
which is why my entire computer room is basically just black and red.
Oh right, it is. Yeah.
Yes, it's a homage to great architecture and snug uniforms. Very stylish.
Also the easiest on the eyes. You don't want to go with blue light. It fucks up your eyeballs.
True. The day Aiden expatted to be a thorn in the country's side of what, Guernsey? I suppose so. Well, I mean, would you rather be a thorn in the U.S.'s side or over here on an island no one's ever heard of? I mean,
you are the only cripple on the island, so
that's not true.
We're a dumping ground for all the old folk.
The English drop all their old people over here.
Also, we have a prodigious amount of radium in the water. So
yeah, we're both gonna end up with cancer. Yay. Anyway, so speaking of cancer, shall we go back to this article with how have we decided that this is pronounced? I think it's janky.
I think it's Jank. I think it's
janky.
Janica.
John K.
Or Jonica?
Why does everyone think this ends in an A? There's no A. It's an E.
It is a French pronunciation.
It's in K.
It's a guy apparently.
It's a Q.
This is a
Johnny.
This is a male name?
Well, that's the student's name.
Yeah, it was aided by his mother.
By his mother?
Yes.
Sorry, I got so distracted by this that I couldn't think about anything else. I just.
Oh, it would be Jacques. I guarantee you.
Oh, they're Cajun. Yes. Oh, it's Jacques. Oh my God.
Jacques or Jacques.
It's Jacques.
There is a version of Jacques that's Jacques.
God. Oh my God. You're right. That's Jacques. Oh my God. Jacques Brown. No, you're right, Bill. I'm sure that's what it is. Good Lord. I still think I'm going to say janky, but would you like to continue, Spoon, to hear about this story?
Let's see. Claiming that a fellow student was aided by his mother and sister, that the mother was threatening another student. She's threatening her and saying, "Oh, let's go outside and fight. Come on, we're going to fight." Stuff like that. Like, just threatening her, and then everything just starts popping off, and I get hit.
So
whatever Brown said.
His mother seems to be backing the other side.
Yeah.
Which is what makes this more bizarre, right?
Let's see. School director communications, a fucking woman, Rebecca Suarez, a not white name.
My name's Rebecca, asshole. It's just not spelled like that.
Yeah, you're spelled in the Hebrew fashion.
Yeah, it is spelled the Hebrew fashion, but not because I am one. My mom just likes the book.
Yeah, Suarez, what, the Talmud?
No, the book. No, oh my fuck. Oh my God.
Come on, that was a good shot.
That was very good.
It's even funnier if you know if her mother talks.
Oh God, is it very?
It's like an old romance book. Rebecca is spelled the way
Talmud is a romance book. Yeah.
Well,
how to screw people is very, very much a theme of the book. Yeah.
Yeah, very romantic. Oh my God.
This is gonna be a spicy stream.
We're starting out strong, right out of the gate.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, we're all on a watch list already.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you're not on a watch list, you're doing it wrong. Come on now.
Maybe you had this stream after you went to the mainland UK, so you wouldn't get picked up by the bloody police on the way back.
That's the thing. That was so fucking bizarre. That again, we're trying not to talk too much about it to raise attention to it. But I did mention this, I think, before, is that the student newspaper wrote an article about it. Did I send it to you? I did, Spoon. I sent it to Bill as well. But the student newspaper wrote an article about it. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever read, where it's just like, Sargon of Akkad, also known as Carl Benjamin, who once said, "I wouldn't even rape you, Jess Phillips." Like,
that whirlwind romance, Jess and Carl.
Oh my God! Yes.
Does it not strike you as bizarre that the world that these people live in is that the way to talk shit about somebody is to basically pull up something they said like 8 freaking years ago.
I know. Yeah, it was like 6 years ago he said that, and then he apologized for
comedy.
It. Yeah, right. That's it. That's comedy.
Like
you see the thing you've heard before. What's that from? It's an MC Chris bit. Yeah, you hear a thing you've heard before. That's comedy.
That's the essence of it. They have escalated like Marvel-ism memberberry bullshit to a weapon.
Yeah, but I mean, it just was funny to still hear that shit and then be like, "Disgraced Professor Nima Parvini," like, I didn't get mentioned, thank God. I think they called him a disgraced.
Alone.
Oh yeah, they talk shit about Dr. Pierogi. And they mostly focused on Sargon because, of course they did. I don't know why. I mean,
yeah.
They said also disgraced Professor Dr. Ed Dutton.
They should be fucking thanking Carl. No one's done more to completely destroy UKIP than Carl.
To be fair, if you were, I don't know, just so happened to be a student at the university on the off season when there's no classes being held, walking down the hallway, and you happen to step by that hallway, or the lecture hall that we were in, and hear Dr. Dutton talking about breaking out his calipers and measuring your skulls. Like,
I would immediately walk into his class and sit down and just go, I feel like I should listen to this man. He's extolling great wisdom that I would very much appreciate.
We called Scrump a mutant for being a ginger.
My retort would be, you need calipers still? What, do you still use the early life section? Fucking casual.
Yeah, he called Scrump a mutant for being a ginger.
Bill has a bionic eye that just automatically takes physiognomy at this point. I mean, look, at this point in time, the wild...
So is Dr. Dutton, I believe, to be fair.
Yeah, but just the wild...
I'd like you and Dr. Dutton to have a physiognomy off.
Who?
Hey, I've never lost before. I have faced down literally the entirety of the clan and won.
I don't mind.
None of them got over 20% accuracy on the Hebrew Finder. I got 95%.
Hebrew Finder? What is this?
It's a little quiz trying to see if you figure out someone's ancestry.
We're in terrible trouble this stream, aren't we? Shall we continue with
Why?
I don't know. I think this is janky, but you're right. What was the name? Jacques.
Do you seriously not look at another person, know which part of the world they come from, and instantly already know what is their intellectual limits?
Well, no shit, because so does everybody else too. And people who pretend, I'm tired of pretending that everyone else doesn't do it, because they do.
Bring back physiognomy.
And here's the thing.
Save so many lives.
It is an autonomic response. It is a natural part of, it's called,
it takes effort to suppress it.
Yes. Because it inherently, it's our risk detection system of being like, is this person friend or foe? You need to make the automatic decision. So it's
like you look at someone like Dev and you think instantly, that person looks like Chris Chan, but if Chris Chan built railroads.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know, there's a Chinaman being a Canadian, as he is. But it's an autonomic response. It's, oh my God, why is my brain not working? Now my brain's not doing an autonomic response. That is called, not cognitive. Why can't I, shoot. It'll come to me in a minute. We're getting lost in
the weeds here.
Yeah, well, it'll come to me in a moment. My brain is all full of theories, and sometimes I get them a little bit messed up. Anyway, let's continue.
1 second. Here we go.
What the heck is it?
It's the duty personnel and administrators were able to diffuse this. Why am I reading that way? The situation and remove the parent from the campus.
Yeah.
I know why it makes it sound more like an animal. All students and staff are safe. The campus partnered with local law enforcement in the investigation, the statement said. Something Brown said the statement does not match with reality. Nobody was in there, no teachers, no administration. We're in the gym at the time, and they were supposed to be in the gym. They're supposed to be watching us, everyone. Who is they?
Yeah, what does this mean?
He means administration.
I guess so.
They're supposed to be coming in the gym. They're supposed to be there before we even get in. I don't know who he's talking about.
I guess he's talking about teachers.
The teachers or...
Yeah, I don't know what I'm confused.
Yeah, no teachers, no admin.
Is that the end of the story?
No.
We were there for like a good 5 minutes. I'm not even going to lie. Like students... my God.
I can't stand people who talk like this.
Fucking...
Again, this is someone whose mother turned up as a random PvP encounter at their school against them. Yeah. So I don't think he's probably got the best upbringing nor genetics.
No, probably not.
Not with a name like that, no.
No, janky.
I gotta say, I'm gonna give this kid some slack. He didn't have a chance.
He didn't have a chance. Yeah, look, you were born with this fucking name. What are you supposed to do? Your mother shows up to fight.
Also, you.
It sounds like she fought him. Yeah. Oh, and then
Keisha Brown.
This is why I wanted this. I wanted you to read the story because I think I thought you'd get a kick out of it. So Keisha Brown, Jock's, which I think we're going with, Jonk's mother expressed dismay with the school. Continue if you would. Spoon is only.
There's a whole lot of lives involved in that, and I feel it's just unjust. It's just not right. The bitch doesn't fucking tolerate
Keisha Brown said. This is not what she said, by the way.
I feel like when my child goes to school, that her life isn't.
But I thought it was
now
a
it's
boy.
Her.
Yeah, this
What's
is
happening?
Is this AI? Is this legit? Like churned out by an AI?
I don't know. I just found it while I was browsing through the Western Journal. I'm like, this is funny. Like, this is really funny. I don't know.
My child... Go on.
Maybe like she's like some Munchausen's by proxy trying to train the kid out. Who knows?
Of course, somebody wants you to finish it in a Southern plantation accent.
The Southern voice?
Yeah, would you finish off our
There's a whole lot of lives involved in that, and I feel it's just unjust. It's just not right. Keisha Brown said, I feel like when my child goes to school, that her life is in their hands. And so this makes me feel very, very worried to know that no one was there all the time that this was going on, Keisha Brown said. We can't leave no room for error. The would have, could have, should have, but it didn't. that don't exist today of what's going on in the world, she said. IDEA is a network of charter schools. Wait, this is a charter school?
Yes.
Yeah, also, this entire thing.
Yes,
no one,
this is it, yeah.
This entire thing is just gibberish.
I know.
So
well, I did think it was very
They're trying their best
amusing.
to obfuscate what actually happened, which because it sounded like
Yes.
like genders are swapping around.
Something weird's going on here. I don't know. Well, let's hang on. Let's watch this real quick, just because I am curious. We got to watch the video or the debate. But
So the mother of a student at a local.
do they have any
school
better
could be
idea
big
in
trouble.
this? Like, I don't know. Does the video? Do they have any better idea?
Police accuse her
Do we get pictures of Uniqua and
cook.
Jonky?
Let him
sneaking
cook.
into the school and fighting.
The mother of a student who says that she was jumped says it all went down at Idea Bridge School here in Baton Rouge. Riley Kramer looked into this and has some details.
I want to hear them pronounce the names.
Yeah, guys, this family is concerned for everyone's safety after one of the students let his mom into the school through a side door to participate in a fight.
I wouldn't say I feel threatened, but like a little part of me is like something can happen any day.
Uniqua Brown is a junior at Idea Bridge in Baton Rouge.
Janiqua. It was Janiqua. You guys were right. It was Janiqua.
Yeah,
And it's a girl.
yeah. Why is it saying he earlier? And it's insinuating that the
I think
mother
it's
was attacking her.
I think it's everybody looked at that name and went, what? You know?
She says shortly after the school year started and just after arriving to school one day, she was involved in a fight with other students and, believe it or not, one of the students' mothers. Police say the mother actually sneaked into the school's gym.
And she's threatening her.
Sorry. I accidentally clicked on something out of anger. Sneaked in. Snuck. What? Am I taking crazy pills? Can no one speak the damn English language anymore? What's happening?
Also, it said that it was. Well, first it said she was a he,
Right?
and it was
her.
and someone else let his mother in.
This story makes no sense. I'm getting more confused as time is going on.
I think they legit fed the audio from this into an AI and just let them do it.
I don't know. Chit Chat Cat for 14 ZAR. Thank you. Says Alchemist Aiden's Spirit Sipping Spoon. Yes. Where's Sipping Spirits? Because
I'm
I
not
think
currently drinking.
Oh, you're not drinking this week. I still got so much of the blue vodka left over from the.
What, should I?
Yeah, why not?
If the chat tells me to drink, then I'll drink.
Well, they're gonna tell you.
I got some
unfortunately,
blue
tell you
enough. I
yes.
got some jet fuel.
Oh yeah, we got this jet fuel.
Will
Like I said,
will it melt steel beams? It is
will-
the time. It is the
will it
tis the
blend?
season.
Well, I mean, again, I got 2 liters of it from duty free coming back from England for 20 quid. You can't pass that up. It's just too good of a
There's
deal.
much fucking taxes.
The
on
problem
this
is
still.
that it is jet fuel, and you got to be really careful because, like last time, I got fucked up without realizing it because this stuff's so strong. You don't.
I've
sneaks up on
actually
you.
been like having to drink these last few days just to make sure that she doesn't get her hands on too much of this stuff.
Well, this stuff's strong. I mean, obviously, it's 50% liquor, and like you have a. Well, you don't realize it 'cause it doesn't taste like anything, you know? Yeah, skull come pipe.
We're sure.
And saying, oh, let's go outside and fight. Come on, we're gonna fight. Stuff like that. Like just threatening her. And then everything just started popping off. And I get hit.
Baton Rouge Police Department responded
okay.
to the
Okay, I'm gonna
incident, but
just say-
hasn't completed.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I want to say, in the girl's defense, she does sound unusually calm.
yeah.
She seems like she's got her shit together, which is more than can be said for
Well,
the
her
other.
mother,
I thought the same thing.
Uniqua,
Like she was like,
what's her-
she seems
Unique.
all right
What's her
for
name?
someone of her skin tone.
I guess
her
when you have a
mother's
name
name?
as fucked as
Like
Uniqua,
John
is that...
Quay or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
bar is quite low.
Keisha. Jesus H. Quay. It's
Yeah.
like a parody. This is parodical.
Their investigation just yet. Corporal Sandra Watts confirmed that a mother was let in.
And for 14 Czar,
A male
Chit Chat Cat
student
also
let
says
his
drink
mother in
like
to jump someone.
yes. Chit Chat Cat says drink like your forefathers spoon. Thank you, Chit Chat Cat. There you go. Alcohol is the only thing that will bring joy to Aiden's life. No, Bill brings joy to my life. All kinds of things bring joy to my life. This is bringing joy to my life. This pretty interesting.
You know what's the main thing
Sorry.
that brings joy to my life?
What's that, Spoon?
Rugby victories. Main thing makes me happy. Why? I was legitimately thinking about something, and then you ruined it with that gay shit.
See what I have to.
and began to
Yeah,
physically
look what he has to deal with. He's dealing with it every day.
fight.
Five
Yeah, but
years.
Bill,
She tells me
you
that
have
Chuck-
a mace nearby. I don't
Oh
have
no.
that.
No. This is no. Look, it's a democracy, right?
Democracy is cringe and gay.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
Also, Aiden,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play that, you need a soundbite of dank, where he says, democracy is cringe.
Oh, I do need to get that. I mean, the one I got my favorite one.
I know the video where it's from as well.
Yeah, I know the video as well. He does say democracy is cringe.
We should do like a competition to find some more sound bites for the show.
Yeah.
What? I still don't know what that's from.
It's just Curtis Yarvin. I don't even know. He talks. He's like that all the time. He's always like
so much fucking verbal fuzz. Yeah, but it sounds like someone just slipped a finger up his ass.
Okay, so Bill, I can tell you the precise moment where he's from. He said, so he said basically that if you were going to run the American bureaucratic apparatus, it would be if you had like a CEO for every branch. So run it like each individual corporations are not run by one CEO. It's rather that each branch has their own CEO. And that's why he just goes that noise. And because he's like, I suppose how would you run it? Yeah, I suppose how you look at it. That's what he says.
He's really not beating the allegations that he's just pro Jared after an evolution.
He sounds like that all the time. Though, if you listen to him talk, he ums a lot, and which is fine. So do I. What else do I have on this? We'll see what I get.
I sort of think that it depends on where.
There's some literature on this.
I think it's where he is.
Yes, and how comfortable he is on it.
Yeah, because I've noticed when he was on Tucker, for example, that was almost like completely gone.
Oh, he was. I thought, yeah,
much more lucid. Yes, very professional.
Well, it's not that it's lucid. It's just that sometimes, I don't know. Obviously, Moldbug is a genius. He's an extremely intelligent man. But it's basically like it's where he's at, depending on how.
You have to spend the skill points for the social
clear his speech will be.
Yes.
But Ardent Party for 2 Canadians says, love or masochism, Bill. Spoon, do some more shots. Let's go. We'll continue this and let's actually move into the real shit. We've been fucking around long enough.
Charges are still pending. There are several videos of the fight. Waikisha Brown says she's working for her daughter to go back to school.
Wow.
There's a lot going on here.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know what I'm
is this
looking
fit?
at.
What is this
It's not
fit?
Nikisha, it's Waikisha.
Waikisha. Okay, so Waikisha. What is this fit?
Why, Keisha? Why are you?
It's why.
Why?
It's
Any
like
of this?
it's like a Mussolini, like the big face with C behind it.
Yeah, who's on her shirt? Who is this? I don't actually know. I don't recognize who that. What is this fit?
She looks like what is this fucking fit?
She's got glasses with the handle on them.
They look like it almost looks like a key charm, like an anime key charm or some shit.
Oh god,
what's going on?
I can't say what I'm thinking.
I'm so perplexed.
This mother says she's not happy with the way things are slowly playing out.
What's on her face? Whoa!
Yeah,
That's what's hanging off my glasses. No, it's not. It's like a sticker on her face.
Yeah, what is this fit?
What is this fit?
Why is she dressed?
That's a sticker.
Why is she dressed like the
Why
fucking...
is she so greasy?
She is greasy. Also, yeah,
looks
her
like
hair
a
is
man.
It is
greasy as
rain.
fuck.
I also thought she looked a bit
maybe.
blokey, but she's dressed like the fucking like the carpet in the Overlook Hotel if it was like a black entertainment television version.
But why does she have a sticker on her face?
There was a whole lot of lives involved in that. And I think it's unjust. It's just not right.
We reached out to the school and asked what security
I mean,
was
she
in
sounds
place at the
somewhat
time
normal.
and if there were any security
Sort of.
guards or staff members
No, she sounds
responsible
like
for
that.
supervising. They responded with this statement. Idea Bridge is aware of an incident that took place at our campus.
Yeah, we got the
received staff
I
are
don't need this.
No,
I want to hear the people. That's the whole thing. Is that I
law
want to hear these
enforcement in
people.
the investigation. Janiqua, however, says there was no one there to stop what happened.
We were there for like a good 5 minutes. I'm not even gonna lie. No.
I can't believe you guys were right about Janiqua. There's no A at the end.
Yeah, but it was
It's a K.
No administration.
Or isn't it
like that
U
was
Q?
there.
Like
I feel
Q.
like when my child.
Why does she have a stick? She has an actual sticker on
Why
her
does
face.
she look
What
younger
is
than her
happening?
child?
And she looks younger than her daughter. I'm
Bitch got
Bro.
impossible syndrome.
I'm so
That
so
looks
glad
like a man.
I'm so glad I found this story because it's just
It's fucking bewildering. It looks like it's something
is.
in AI. It does like
this
okay,
feels like an AI generated story, but there's people involved in it and stuff. What's happening?
I'm gonna have. I know a guy from that neck of the woods. I'm gonna have to ask him about it.
I'm so
I'll
confused.
talk to Mega, see if he knows anything.
If she took off the weave
Whoops.
and the glasses, that would look like a man.
Yeah, this is such a perplexing story. I'm glad I put it in here, though.
I was in their hands.
It's like a
Because later we're gonna have to watch.
She's got lupus scars. as well.
Listen here, listen. We're about to have to watch a Trump debate Kamala Harris. I'm trying to ease us into some absolute fucking nightmare.
That's what I'm saying. We're just easing you into this hot bath. Why are there bits of carrot and onion floating in it?
Yeah, you're about to get cooked.
Me. Very, very.
It's got a fucking anime sticker on her face.
I think it is.
No,
Isn't it?
it's like a chibi version of
What is
Ariel
it?
from Little Mermaid.
Oh, it is. It's like a
Little
little.
Mermaid.
Oh my god, it really is. It's like a little chibi.
Oh, you know what it
mermaid
is?
sticker.
Is she like trying to hide? Like she's got lupus scars. Is it to
Hang
try
on.
and like distract from that?
What?
What is like? Yeah, she's got
No,
heavy lupus
no, it's not.
scars.
No, it's acne. But most likely, rather than lupus. Lupus
It's
is
like a
actually quite
burn
rare.
scar.
It's probably
Didn't
an
Seal
acne
have
scar.
those exact scars, and it's from lupus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but lupus
But
is a
Seal
really
can sing.
rare.
I'm assuming she can't do that.
Yeah, she is actually wearing
That's
a
quite
little
fuck-
mermaid sticker.
It doesn't seem to
On
be an
her
Adam's apple there,
face.
but it's not that far off.
I'm so confused.
She wants
Why-
white privilege.
Like, why is she? She looks like she was caught out in the rain,
Why does
whereas
she
the
have
daughter
a
wasn't.
sticker?
It is visibly raining there.
They've got her mic'd up, and what the hell is happening?
Bell might be there.
Very, very, very worried to know that no one was there all that time that this was going on.
She's got a lisp as well.
On the Idea Public Schools
Yeah.
website, they ensure all
I don't care about
Wow.
I just don't care about the rest of this. What is happening?
It sounds
not
like the
receiving an
accent that
answer.
Bernie Mac
Like
uses
Keisha
when
says,
he
this
takes
should
the piss
have-
out
Oh
of
my
black people.
god! How is this?
There's a
I'm
dream
sorry.
catcher and all sorts. What the
Look,
fuck is
what-
it?
oh,
What is
yeah,
this?
this big
What is this
leather dream catcher.
Seinfeld set? This looks like there's a fucking like. Okay,
It feels
the
like a
fly thing
skit.
involved. This looks like a Trailer Park Boy set.
With the private property trespassers will be something. Yeah, what is happening?
No trespassers
Bitch,
and a
half
fucking.
your
the fly-
freaking contents of your house is outside your front door.
Yeah, why?
I'm
is
so
that he has a mop and
confused.
bucket out front and some fly paper and shit and a
Looks like
rusty
it.
And a
ass
giant dream catcher.
Yeah,
and
how
like a cloth one too.
strange.
Like quite like as far as things go, quite an ornate posh dream catcher.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like a full on.
Does this not feel to you guys like this? Like you're having a fucking fever dream?
It feels like a
I
Trailer
quite
Park
like
Boy
the dream
set.
catcher, I'm not gonna lie.
I like the
It's a
dream
nice
catcher,
one too. Like I was saying,
Mm.
in terms of, it's a very strange place, but most of the stuff here is reasonably
Everything
nice.
about this feels like it's AI generated or like I'm having a nightmare.
It's like a fucking like it is as if you told me, oh, by the way, they sold the rights of like Twin Peaks to Black Entertainment Television. and this is the result.
This is BET's Twin Peaks.
Yeah, she's got the fucking Black
BET
Lodge.
presents Twin Peaks.
This is the Black. She's wearing the Black Lodge's carpet, and it's
Right,
for some
she
reason got,
is.
like a like I don't know who that is on a
I don't know.
dress, but it's
Looks like a Barbie doll or
trussed up-
something, I don't
Trussed
know.
up like Mussolini in front of his fucking headquarters.
This,
It looks
yo,
like
I'm
a
so glad I
it looks
found
like
this
a
story.
cartoon picture of Janice Jackson. Of Janet
Yeah,
Jackson.
I don't know what it is. I'm so glad I found this. It's like a Barbie doll or something. I don't know.
Why,
I'm
why she
so
got
glad
like
I found the story.
why has she got like, basically like a fanny pack or something?
Or-
It's on
She's
a
got a
strap.
yeah,
But
she's got a
hold on
little
a second.
fanny pack.
Is it Lara Croft?
No,
No.
it's black. It's black lady.
It's
with a
black.
big
She's got
bouffant.
an afro.
She's got like the weird bouffant afro, what you get from
Yeah.
the entire bandana on your head, like Rose of the Riveter.
Is it?
I'm sorry. I just read showers in the vicinity, and I know it means rain, but
Yeah, we can tell because she just walked out of it with the fucking wet ass hair. Who I feel sorry for in this is Uniqua because she seems to have her head screwed on right, and everything about this situation is incredibly autistic.
I'm again. It's
Here's
why
how
I
it
just.
takes to make someone as racist as me feel bad.
But do you know how weird it is to I just came across this story and it's just like some kind of bizarre rabbit hole of insanity.
We can't leave no room for error. The woulda, coulda, shoulda, but it didn't. That don't exist today.
Do it? It do
because of
not.
what's going on in the world.
You think it do, but it don't.
I asked why no action has been taken in the last 2 weeks, but BRPD says it's all still under investigation and they could not give any more details. Guys?
Unfortunate. I think we got enough details, though. That was a
Also,
really
why
interesting
was a
story,
male,
guys.
Who the fuck? Why was a male, presumably black
don't
student,
know.
letting in his mum as an assist?
I don't know.
Jumping someone who doesn't seem to be involved. Like
I
yeah,
have
shit.
no idea what the hell
Just raises so many
we
questions.
just watched. I really don't. I feel confused, but I think I had fun. You know, it doesn't make what I don't have fun of thinking about is James Lindsay, who okay, are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Are you ready for me to
no.
say? Well, Spoon, what am I about to say?
You're a
What am I about to
homosexual.
say? Yes, but what am I about to say? We already know
You're
that.
very
What am I about to
homosexual.
say? Okay, yes, but what am I about to say?
Terribly homosexual.
I like James Lindsay. He's always been nice to me. I consider him a friend. However, he keeps doing and saying stuff that I don't agree with.
If you keep saying that at the beginning of every sentence, it does not mean it's true. It's just a ritual.
But it is true and it's a ritual. Both things can be true at the same time.
I don't believe you anymore.
Why don't you believe me? You know how I am. I'm just nice to everybody. I try to be.
That's not the thought.
Except for not the thought. Okay. Look, I like James Lindsay. I don't agree with most of the things he says anymore. He said a lot of things that I don't like.
Aiden, that article that you just looked, you sent it to me on Discord because someone is messaging me asking for a link to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Here, I'll just post it in the chat.
Yeah,
sent to you as well.
That works.
We already haven't been in the chat. This again, Aiden.
If you would like to
you
also
better not be nice to him, says Benga.
Don't be nice to Dr. Lindsay. I try to be nice to everybody.
Why?
Because Dr. Lindsay has always been nice to
soundboard.
me.
Yeah.
Dr. Lindsay's always been nice to me.
I don't care.
Here's a story if you wanted to have a little giggle at it.
I don't know how Bill feels about this, but this is my situation. If you're a friend to me, you should be able to take my bullying more, not less.
Well, that's
similarly, if you're friends with someone, you should call them a tit when they're acting like a tit.
Well,
yes, exactly.
This came up because Dev's been obviously a topic of conversation recently,
Dev and
himself. Well, yes, but the thing is that like
on the railroad.
Dev hates
everyone.
Well, yeah, and I think that's gonna.
And the feeling is mutual
as much
across
as he
the
loves
board.
shepherd pie.
He loves shepherd pie. And he loves building railroads, as all Canadians do. But the thing is that like he hates Uzlu, and one of the reasons he hates Uzlu. By the way, Cabal prevails. I know some of you are here. How's it going, guys?
Stop simping for the Cabal crowd. They don't respect that.
Excuse me, Cabal is fun. That's
I like
why
Cabal
I like
too,
Cabal.
but I don't go around licking bumhole for
I'm
him.
not licking anyone's bumhole over this. I'm about to tell the fucking story, which is the way that I met Uzlu, which was that I think just out of nowhere he was just like, let's just raid Aiden's server. This was years and years ago, and I got a bunch of these. I got all these frantic messages being like, oh, a ton of Vault's being raided. There are people who've all come in here and they're doing something. I'm like, oh shit, and I freaked out and I came in and they're all just basically going Cabal prevails, fucking around. And I'm like, oh, this is funny. Now, when they did that to Dev, he had a meltdown. I was like, this is hilarious. And that's a difference, right? That's the difference.
I being invaded.
I just love the fact that your server, someone went to you on your server panicking because someone was actually talking in one of the general chats. There's actual activity going on here. Something's wrong.
I don't know. They were just fucking around, and that was the thing that was funny, though. I don't know why. I don't know. Thank you for confirming my non-Canadian says. I hate shepherd's pie. I don't want to build a railroad. Hey, Arden, you should like shepherd's pie at least. I can't fault them for that one. Shepherd's pie is really good. But don't build railroads. If you're eating a shepherd's pie while building a railroad, now we're going to start to veer into Canadian territory, and that's the problem.
Don't engage in celestial behavior.
And by the way, I will not apologize for the people I kicked earlier today.
Oh, you got to stop doing that, Spoon. No, I've got to go through and deal with the fact that you banned people from Broken Crown because
listen here.
No, you're not allowed to do that. I'm gonna remove your freaking rights, dude.
No, you're not.
No, I won't. I'm not saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't do shit. No, it's no. Listen here. They had green leaves next to their names.
Hmm?
Yeah, so they're not there for any other reason other than to start shit.
I don't. What does a green leaf have to do with that?
Because it means they're just new.
Oh.
That's how I know.
No, I don't know.
And I know them because they came from Cabal. So I'm like, you're just here to start shit, and I have
Cabal's
Banhammer
fun.
Piss off.
Yeah, and Cabal's fun.
Yes. So then have your shit over there. Don't fucking come and bring that crap over here.
Okay.
You're not there anyway.
Wait, Spoon is being himself. He's
Do not
being
enter
South
my
African.
realm and being a
No,
fag.
he's
Spoon's like the black father of the Broken Crown Discord server. Every now once in a blue fucking moon he'll turn up just enough to throw someone off the couch.
Yeah, like this is why you've never met a nice South African, and that's not bloody surprising, man. They're a bunch of what was it? Bunch of ignorant loudmouths with no sense of humor.
Again, I would remind people that song was a B-side for the Chicken Dance song because both were made by Spitting Image. What a weird fucking confluence.
So you can dunk on someone else. James Lindsay said Tucker Carlson and friends are just asking questions and just having conversations like how woke teachers are just asking questions about how many sex partners 5th graders have had and just having conversations with their kids about their sex and sexuality. What is this, James?
That is the worst false equivalence that I've ever heard.
That is a train wreck of a fucking tweet.
Yeah,
it is. This is the stupidest false equivalent. The point, my dear friends, and also clowns.
Zoom in, please.
Yeah, sorry. My point is, my dear friends, and also clowns, is that neither is just asking questions or just having conversations. Sometimes it is. Sometimes, guess what, James? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
By the way, you know who also said this?
Huh?
Ben Shapiro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. You can tell because of the word just, which is a classic tell for the Mott and Bailey. How? No, I'm just making analogies. No, maybe sometimes
I wonder which
are
group.
just asking questions. Just.
And who is he referring to?
That's
it is because Tucker Carlson had a guest that was looking at the Second World War and was Churchill maybe the wrong person for the job, and also the Allies fought the wrong enemy.
I remember when Churchill, because of the botched, if you want a good laugh, look up Operation Ambassador, which was the 3rd Commando's operation to try and do reconnaissance on Guernsey because we were occupied by the Germans. Mm-hmm. And they botched it. They sent people to an island nation who could not swim on a marine raid. I'll let you look up the rest because it's
you can figure it out.
It's a carry-on movie of fucking errors. But it botched so badly that it nearly got the entire commando program shit-canned. And as a result, Churchill hated Guernsey so much that his exact words when asked about, like, oh, we're invading Normandy, we've taken Normandy, do we go back and get the Channel Islands? And his response was, no fighting, let them starve at their leisure.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, which
thanks,
a British
Churchill.
protectorate just straight up let us starve. Thanks, asshole.
I didn't bring up this whole conversation, but there has been a talk recently of whether or not Churchill was a bad guy.
Churchill's
have you seen
a
this?
scumfuck. Fuck him.
But have you seen this? And it's basically just like he didn't do enough to stop. The discourse about it is absolutely retarded. There's no it's not that kind. Like that would be the conversation that I would have about it, right? That's what you should be saying if you want to denounce Churchill. But instead, it's like, well, he didn't do enough against the Nazis. Excuse me, what did you want him to do, bastard? You know,
he should have sided with the Nazis.
I mean, no, it's just like the left basically is trying to, as far as I could understand. I didn't look into it because I don't really care. It seemed like one of the most pedantic, stupid, pointless arguments I've seen.
That's the tragic thing, is seeing an argument happen when an actual important piece of history is being omitted just because it's just a fight between Mongs.
Yeah. Right, that's why I didn't pay attention to it, but I saw it happening. Actually, Harry might have talked about it since I've got his tweet here.
Because here's my thing about it.
Yeah.
Even documentaries that I've watched that is not exactly favorable to Hitler, right? Even they said that Hitler did not want war with England. His initial reaction was his offer to England. He just wants to restore the German Empire to pre-World War I conditions. He actually said England can keep their empire. He has no intention of fucking with England. Germany was just greatly and insultingly belittled by the French and the British, which was true after the armistice and the abdication of the Kaiser, right? And the Weimar Republic was a degenerate shit show run by Jews.
Well, actually, it was Raw Egg Nationalist he brought this shit up. He said, it's a good thing people are finally dunking on Churchill, but don't let FDR off the hook. Arguably, he's a bigger villain than Churchill. That is absolutely true. Way bigger villain than Churchill.
He was a big fan of Mussolini, actually.
Yes, and was Stalin's chief enabler. The Land-Lease program was insane. FDR even offered Stalin British India. Read Meekin.
As Adam Spoon and I had a long conversation about what would have happened if... essentially, what if America was not a military or financial superpower? And a big chunk of it was, well, Soviet Union wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean,
most of World War II would have completely
collapsed.
Most of the World War II powers would have just collapsed under their own weight. And next thing you know,
well, the thing about this Churchill debate, right, is that it originally started, I think, coming largely out of the left and not really understanding what they were criticizing, and then the right picked up and been like, yeah, let's criticize Churchill, and I think they didn't know what to do with it. It got out of the left's hands. Like they got out of their control. They didn't know what to deal with it. It's like, yes, we also don't like Churchill. You know?
Do you know there's what? Yeah, but it's because he was not a proper imperial because he let the British Empire die. So their argument, he's too imperial. And our argument is he was not imperial enough.
Enough, yes.
Oh yeah, because he wasn't imperial because he
yeah.
got basically shit canned after Gallipoli.
Yes,
Well,
and also
he poured thousands of people into a horrible meat grinder.
Yes.
And it disgraced his career, and they more or less exiled him until they brought him back to be prime minister.
Yeah, and also after the war, America called in its war debt and massively crippled any kind of English resurgence. So if anyone thinks, oh look, England has this great relationship with America, no, English should hate America because they're a bunch of pricks.
I mean,
do you think America gives its resources for free? No, America does. There's a reason why Kissinger said to be a friend to America is fatal.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Kissinger's really right.
America does not have
friends.
allies. If it shakes hands with you, it's because it wants to poison you.
Yep. America does not have allies.
Why do you think it has bases all over? Why do you think it has the two most militarized bases of America outside of American territory is Japan and Germany? Why do you think that is?
Yeah, Daryl Cooper, Kim Jong-poon, nice name, says Daryl Cooper's whole point was that you can't even question the approved of narrative about World War II, and with all people losing their shit about it, or just prove his point. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that is it. Like, you can't even talk about anything about World War II without just repeating...
In essence.
You know,
the left brought up, oh, Churchill was a scumbag, and in response to this, put a cigarette in their mouth, lit it up, sat down on the porch, and said, "Good, you're ready for this conversation.
You're
right,
ready,
let's do it
We're
properly."
ready to have the conversation about this. Okay. I mean, anyway, that is just dumb. I mean, it's a whole big, dumb, stupid debate that's happening on Twitter, though, where people are just being like. As always, it's Twitter discourse. You know.
Also,
how it works.
someone saying to me, "Pay your debts, boomer." Listen here, my country. I come from German stock. My country did not support the Allies in the First World War, and nor did we want to support the Allies in the Second World War. We had no problem with Hitler.
And Ireland certainly didn't have any problem with him.
What? No, you?
Yeah, South Africa did not want to go to war against Hitler. Because the main enemy of the Afrikaners were the bloody English. Because the English were the first people to put them in fucking concentration camps during the Boer Wars. So yeah, there's a reason why Afrikaners hate the English. It's because they're a bunch of scumbags to my friggin' country folk.
Lest we forget the English leaving the Rhodesians out to dry in the face of the Soviet-backed Zonland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Afrikaans. Ja, die vaderland. Hitler doet wat nou.
Which isn't real.
I will say it does. The Dutch language does look a bit doofy in places.
No, this is like broken Dutch.
Yeah, it's like...
Oorlog is war, yeah.
Which isn't real. Hitler, dude. What? No, you.
Aiden, my country folk come from a place where they lift sheep for weights. You come from one where they shag them for fun. Don't fucking judge me.
I'm fucking done.
I was an emissary of the fish folk.
Also,
what is this?
Also,
whoa, hang on.
Hold on
what
a
is
second.
this? Montlakehead? What does that mean?
I don't even know. I can't see.
I can't zoom in any further.
Spell it?
Hang on.
Just like write it in chat for me.
Well, I don't know how to spell it. I can't zoom in. It says. I think it says Mooa. Montlakehead.
Montlakehead.
In. Okay. Utgerekti. Orlogni.
Do not try to read my language. This is depressing me.
Sorry.
God,
I'm notoriously horrendous at any German or Dutch pronunciation. I do it just to block those people.
Do it means dead, dude. Obviously.
Well, no, he's a Hitler dude. What? No, you.
Someone was accusing this of being BBC Pigeon.
It's not BBC Pigeon. It's just the fatherland. Even I can understand that one.
Let's move on before we cause another international incident.
Okay. No more international incidents. All right. The James Lilly thing. Okay.
Fucking Welsh.
So
No
Harry
offense,
says,
Mola.
look at the state of this. Examining history honestly to judge Winston Churchill objectively for his failures and achievements is not the same as slyly advocating pedophilia, you dishonest fuck. Holy shit, Harry went hard.
Yeah,
it's all about free speech and
I
objective
get the
inquiry into it's your sacred cows. How true and based. I don't like this. Based and true.
I get the feeling Harry is not a fan of James Lindsay. I also
gave you that impression.
Yes, I also know that if James Lindsay were to debate, say, Paul Gilbert, he would get his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
He would get absolutely annihilated because James Lindsay is basically woke light.
Yeah. Yes.
As much like he will never admit that. But that is essentially Paul Gottfried. Sorry, what the hell am I saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, because remember that the time where we looked at his book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. The thing is that's crazy about that is that if look, it's what's the name of his book again? It's called Woke something or another.
I can't remember the name of the book now, but the reason
Trump talked about it though, and it was he had interest.
I looked at his book, and he basically just thinks that he basically believes in the melting pot theory.
Oh, cynical theories. That's it. Now, yes. I read that book. I did read that book, but I didn't. I do what I often do, which is that I read the chapters that interested me, and I didn't read the whole book from cover to cover. Now, yes. Scrump read the whole book, and that last chapter, which is predominantly written by Helen Pluckrose, who I also have an issue with, and has always been quite nice to me, it's just no. Actually, woke is good.
People are nice to you does not mean they can't be wrong.
Yes, and okay, I know. And the last chapter is legitimate.
You act like that isn't.
Most people who are nice to Aiden are usually wrong.
But the last chapter is legitimately like Helen Pluckrose essentially just saying, like, actually, the problem with woke is just that it's too fast. We want to do all these things, but we just want to do them a little bit more slowly. That's the last chapter of the damn book.
The neocon methodology. It's like liberalism, but 5 years slower.
Yeah. Crazy. It's unbelievable. And again, I skipped the final chapter because I was like, well, I'm not interested.
Yes, and also in case this isn't obvious, you cannot bring a horde of morons who have never built civilization and think they're going to acclimate to the values of your civilization, which has been built through centuries of blood and savagery and ethnic ties and philosophical developments because of your own kin.
Yes.
Blood and soil is real, and liberalism is a bunch of shit.
Yes.
It is an isolated bubble in time dedicated to a group of people. It is not something you can export like it's a piece of fucking code. And anyone who thinks this is a woman.
Yes. And by the way,
it's political kudzu.
Yes.
Well, Arden Purdy's right. He said just because they're nice to your face doesn't mean they don't hate you, especially in the face of women. In the case of women and soy boys. Yes, as I've come to increasingly be aware of over the years, is that people who are nice to your face often spit at you behind your back. And
whereas I will do the opposite, Aiden. I will defend you behind your back and be rude to your face.
I know, that's why I like you. But I think I try to be a good-natured little autist, but the problem with that autism part is that, like, sometimes just kind of be like, oh, you're nice to me, so...
If inside Aiden there's, like, this horrible demon that is continuously trapped by this niceness, and the one time she will get, like, violently angry, it will become, like, her norm, and she will just snap and, like, kill everyone that looks at her wrong.
No.
Like,
no, as someone who's seen have an argument with a computer, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see, I only fight with technology, though. That's the thing.
So if we can get you to believe the NPC meme is actually real,
well, then I'll
you will fight with a whole bunch of
then I'll a proper go, right?
Bill, you and I need to have a conversation about this when you
don't
with her programming.
I do need to
don't do this.
Maybe teach her to wield a mace.
Teach me to wield. Actually, Bill, that's how Bill wanted me to get strong, was to pick up the mace.
That's why I bought the mace. It was the lifting mace.
Oh my god!
I was going to get on that weird, like, Indian lifting routine.
So I wanted to play this because Eric swallows well.
By the way, this is so funny. This is one of the shittiest pieces of acting, or like an attempt to appear like he actually gives a shit.
I don't know.
So hilariously bad.
Now, I watched this earlier. In my head, I think he cries.
It's such an adorable picture.
But it is. It's an adorable picture. But in my head, I think he cries about this, like in abject. Maybe he doesn't actually cry, but he's on the border of it if he doesn't actually do it. About how upset he is about this AI-generated image of Donald Trump hugging a duck and a kitten in a pond. I mean, this is obviously AI, but listen to Swallowswell, because he sure loves to, complaining about this fucking obviously AI-generated image.
What in the hell is this?
An AI-generated image of Trump holding a duck and a cat.
What is with the hand gesture? It's so fake.
This feels AI-generated.
AI.
Yes, this is faker than the damn AI. It's so performative. What the hell is this? An AI-generated image of Trump hugging a duck and a kitten in a pond.
I can see AOC doing this.
This is so
better.
Yeah, well, you're not convincing. I know you're gay, but you're like clearly you weren't cut out for theater.
Also, let's make sure we put the gay guy in front of like the. I know it's actually hand sanitizer, but make it look any more like a bottle of lotion.
The chairman tweets, "Protect our ducks and kittens in Ohio," because he goes down some crazy rabbit hole, completely debunked that aliens are eating pets.
I have no idea.
What is it with this evening? Why is everything I'm seeing like trying to make me have an aneurysm?
Eric, I don't know where you got that from either. Did you make that up in your head? Did Janiqua tell you that one? I don't know where the hell you're.
I don't know. Janiqua out of this. She seems to have a head.
That's true. Janiqua seemed to actually do it. Did have her head screwed on right.
Even if her mother's got the weirdest fit I've ever seen in my life.
Unique or whatever her name was. Did Unique tell you this? Eric, where'd you getting this? What's this alien shit?
This is the strangest sequel to Precious I've ever seen.
I know. Oh.
I know. Those in chat, I know Precious as a sequel.
Oh, give him his Oscar. Oh. What a performance.
My God.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Mr. Chairman?
Are you?
Because last year, for a very long time, you tweeted and promoted Kanye West.
Oh, he is.
He was calling for genocide.
I told you he cries. I think he actually cries in this.
Against the Jews, and you kept it up. And now, when we have victims coming here, you're tweeting this nonsense.
What do you mean victims coming here?
Victims, it's a picture of it's a AI picture of Trump hugging a duck and a kitten, and you're acting like, and you're comparing it to some kind of genocide?
When he's saying victims come here, I'm guessing he's talking about the Haitians.
Yeah.
What are the Haitians fleeing? They're fleeing their own cannibalistic street gang.
Eating ducks and kittens, by the way.
Yeah.
And Haiti. By the way, commies have often pointed to Haiti, not our friend Commie Mark, have often pointed to Haiti and say it's a successful communist state. Oh, until you got to eat ducks and kittens.
Do you remember when we watched Molebug with Ben Burgess?
Yeah. Oh my God! I wish I didn't.
Okay, so Bill, he described Haiti as a narco-capitalist.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the funniest thing because Molebug's face just went, run that last bit by me again.
Anarcho, perhaps, but not capitalist. And not, you can't call it anarchism. It's not really a structure if it's just every man. If it's a PvP server.
I think you said about that. Yeah. What the hell? This is the whole thing. Is the left has been touting Haiti as this beautiful, glorious communist utopia.
They like it because they literally had a uprising and slaughtered all the white people en masse.
Yeah.
And all the other Caribbean nations had to turn to the white folk to protect them from their horrendous piratical ways.
Okay, so they're eating kittens and ducks. First of all, eating ducks, that's normal. Eating the kittens, well, that's normal in China. But, that's...
Well, it's not normal if you grab the creature off the street and just snap its neck with your bare fucking hands, or even attempt to just eat it when it's still alive.
Yeah, I mean, that part's weird, but the rest of it, I mean, I love cats. Cats are like my favorite animal, I'd say. Everyone loves cats. Everybody loves cats. They're fun. They're cute.
Also, more importantly, these cats they belong to people.
Yes, they're people's pets. They're either people's pets or they're wild. Doesn't really matter. Just taking fucking cats off the damn street.
If I walked down,
if
I walked down my street and found my pet that was missing being eaten by some random asshole who got shipped into my area by a bunch of scumbag politicians who are selling me down the river, you'll best believe I'm on the news that day.
I have legitimately, Bill, and Spoon, I have had people argue with me since I started my YouTube career that Haiti is a communist utopia. And now they're just mad.
I think that it's an excellent example of true communism.
Well, sure it is. Look, no offense to Commie Mark, he's a cool guy, but
just because we like him doesn't mean he's right.
I I have no idea
sure.
how serious Comey Mark is about his political convictions, to be completely honest.
He said some very strange Stalinistic things in the past.
I think he's a Trotskyist, isn't he?
I don't know.
Also, Aiden, if you want to know the bit, there it is. I know it's that just by the look on Mobuck's face.
Is this it? Oh, yeah. Yes, because it was with Ben Burgess, this little fuckboy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can
I turn this up and make this? Only goes to 480p. Lovely.
That's all you need from your boy Curtis.
I love Curtis.
It would be Haiti, which, frankly, vastly more closely resembles anarcho-capitalism.
Run that last part.
Sorry, let's go back again. Like, you could see that it, actually, his brain crashed. He actually had a blue screen in his brain.
No, that is a man who has just accidentally alt-tabbed out of his own self.
Yeah.
A Nordic social democracy. It would be Haiti, which, frankly, vastly more closely resembles anarcho-capitalism.
Wait, run that last part past me again.
They have that Haiti.
Sorry, I left.
How much of a welfare state does Haiti have?
All of it.
How much of a regulatory state does Haiti have? One of the things in the WikiLeaks cables, the State Department cables that were released, that were leaked, is that there was an effort.
In theory, it's all of it. The problem is that they don't have any fucking money, so they don't actually have the ability to do this. But let's keep playing this. Oh my god, we watched this forever ago.
During the first Obama term, to increase the minimum wage in Haiti to, I believe, the princely sum of about $5 US a day.
Yeah, but do you not understand? It's your communist utopia that you want, Ben, you silly
also,
ding-dong.
Why the left, all blowing smoke up Haiti's ass when it is legitimately the Clinton Foundation that went down to Haiti after the earthquake?
No, now they hate Haiti because it's a failed state, and so...
Well, no, shit, it failed. The Clinton Foundation went there, kidnapped a bunch of children for trafficking and pumped cholera-infested sewage into the water table and poisoned everyone.
Yes, and pumped it full of enough money to kind of pretend that it was working. And of course,
enough to keep it in a state of crisis so they could keep trafficking people.
This is the way that lying commies like Ben Burgess always operate. They love Haiti when it's being funded by the U.S. government to make it pretend to look like it works, and then it fails, and they go, that wasn't real communism. Every fucking time, like clockwork. They're so predictable that it's unfathomable sometimes. It's just, they're so damn predictable. You can see they broke Curtis's brain a little bit.
$2 Canadian from Party.
Yeah.
I like eating pussy as much as any other guy, but...
Not like that.
The American State Department on behalf of American companies. That's about as weak a regulatory state as you could hope for. Power is wildly dispersed. Again,
who did that?
Least social democratic countries on the planet.
Do you suppose that's a cause or an effect?
Thanks. Good question, Curtis.
In the third world, have you, I actually, when I was 6 or 7.
Sorry, I don't know what we want to play of this because I'll listen. We've listened to it before.
We've got another debate to do as well.
Yes.
Can I just say, as a brief aside, can we please address the fact that it's such a good thing that Rhodesia fell? It was a racist state. Now we got Zimbabwe, which is actually a nationalist socialist system. And if you hate national socialism, Africa is fucking full of it. Almost every single black-run nation in Africa is a bootleg monarchy or a national socialist or a Soviet prop state.
And if it's a monarchy, it's not a real monarchy. It's because there's no legitimacy to the.
There's one or two fake democracies there.
This is the thing that people don't seem to understand is that you sort of want to ask your average person on a really basic fundamental basis
funny image.
Why are you alive?
Yeah, true.
In a sentence of why does your nation state exist, and what is essentially a glorifying good life for your people? Because in the American sense, it's just consuming and production. For the Italians, Renaissance there would have been the arts, and French it would have just been being French. Right, but you see the thing of it is
being French is being a bunch of traitors. To
the crown,
surrendering bastards. Yes, that's what the French live for.
Right.
What was it? James said as work-shy peasants.
Work-shy Oh, can I find that? Go ahead.
No, it's BBC property. Do not fuck with that shit.
I can't play it. It's a bunch of work-shy peasants. Yes.
I'll look it up.
Right, but the point I'm trying to make is the Europeans and our civilization, and to a lesser extent the Asians as well, they've all developed thanks to hundreds of years of history. Right, all of the technology, all of the civilization. Yes, that's a product of time. You can't just go to a different nation and say everything that we value that makes our nation great. You that have not gone through any of the process to get to that level, we're not going to tell you what to do to become like us. Why?
You can't do it.
You can't do that. You can't force other people to value what you want to make your nation great, to make their nation great. They don't give a shit what the hell you think because
you can't
there's
teach
no
foundational
value
ethics,
to you. Yes.
Exactly, Spoon. Exactly.
And so the only way to go there is to just massacre all of them and then just rule. Because that is how every civilization that has ever conquered in all of human history has done. You either absorb them into your tribe or you get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds horribly cruel by today's standard, but that is literally how all of human civilization has worked.
Civilization is cruel. Life is cruel.
To put in a gay fashion, does the fruit of the tree welcome the termite?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well put, yeah. Let's
also,
finish.
I found a quote. No, France is a country that you have to drive through to get to Italy. That's all it's for. They're a bunch of treacherous, land-burning, work-shy peasants.
I'm going to be honest. Rousseau is a very underrated philosopher, and he was more right than people give him credit for.
Rousseau's got some good points.
So when we do eventually get a TV tropes page, you can add Rousseau was right as one of the main tropes. Good to know.
Rousseau was right.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, when people look at and this is very sort of America's perspective of the world, is that America is very French in its conduct.
Yes.
When it looks, because it's, the whole, the social contract theory is like you give up some of your rights, and there's those who think like, well, you give up some of your rights, and then there's those who think, no, you give up all of your rights because you're completely at the mercy of the state. You are completely at the mercy of the state. America thinks all of its rights come from the fucking Constitution. When someone claims your free speech, you go to the Constitution. I have a Second Amendment right. You literally have no fucking God-given rights when every's you fucking want desire goes to the piece of paper.
Goes to this piece of paper. Well,
you are very French.
Yes, what's who's that French philosopher? His name's going to escape me. Who came to America and wrote that whole big book about it. I've read it multiple times actually.
Tocqueville.
De Tocqueville, yes.
Yes.
Alexis de Tocqueville.
The operative point should really be that the Constitution should be there as an outline of what is. We find these facts to be self-evident.
It's more like guidelines.
But when you read de Tocqueville, he says as much as that, like, this is just. You've just copied France. I mean, he was a Frenchman, so of course he thought that. But two, he said he gave the U.S. like 10 years before it fell apart. So he was wrong on that.
Just copied France. I shall now go into the woods and bury my wife.
Thank you, Geoff Goripe.
I was about to say, that sounds familiar.
Everyone's favorite potato masher.
Everyone's favorite potato masher, potential wife.
Has he actually been charged for anything?
No. No, I don't know why.
So he just dropped his like retarded wife off in the woods and then just fucked off.
I asked him about it, right? And he says, she is prone to fancy, and she was sometimes just to walk off into the Isar. And I was like, okay.
I would find it way funnier if she is just fucked off to like Bali for
maybe she did. I don't know. I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt she's living her best life in Bali right now. I'll put it that way.
I'll say it would be very funny if that turned out to be the case.
It would be amusing. Yeah, I mean, I hope. Jesus, I hope so. I hope that's what happened. But I didn't trust that little homie as far as I could throw him. And I was like, dude, JF, what the hell's going on? And we hadn't talked in years, and I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell is going on.
What are the French mostly known for? This is not a good look. The French are known for three things.
He's a Quebecois.
I've seen worse, goddamn. But yeah, the French speakers are known for three things and three things only: philosophy, food, and paedophilia. But occasionally wife murdering. It's a fourth.
I was going to say the guillotine.
Yeah, the guillotine. Yeah, right. Let's go back to
I'm going to say it right now. The guillotine is the instrument of lazy bastards. Get your fucking hands dirty.
Well, here's a homosexual American crying about a picture of a duck.
This is like a Renaissance painting that someone's accidentally photoshopped something into.
Look, it really is. Look at his face. Look at this in front of the picture of Trump hugging the duck and the cat. This is like a Renaissance painting.
Now that you say that, Bill, I can't unsee it. It does.
It's like a Renaissance painting that's. It's like someone's accidentally made something transparent and chroma keyed in the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Renaissance painting of someone fucking with a presentation. It's like, oh shit! Oh no! Someone drew a big dick on my presentation board.
Yes, it's like someone drew a big dick. biggest dickus. Someone's written biggest dickus all over the walls behind him, and he's just, my God, look at his
And all the
face.
students in the class go, "Whoa."
I should have made this the thumbnail. Damn, I fucked up.
I don't know why you would do this.
I do, because it's funny. I don't know why you would do this. I can't understand why you would make Trump hugging the cat and the dog.
Again, his reaction makes it so much funnier.
These words are coming out of my mouth. That I'm having to describe an adult gay man having a mental breakdown about an AI-generated image of Donald Trump kissing or hugging a duck and a kitten, and he's what? I mean, how? I just.
By the way, it's always great to do this when you've got like a $70,000 Rolex on.
Right. Well, yes, we're wearing his $70,000 Rolex and his fancy fucking suit. Yeah, because he was right. Swallow well. I'm sure you swallowed that well. What is happening? What? How is this real?
He does like to swallow Chinese propaganda.
Yes, he does.
I don't know if the aliens who are eating your ducks are in the room with us right now.
Are they?
But, Mr. Chairman, this is a serious issue.
This is a serious issue.
Have loved ones who have been lost, and you tweeted this.
I mean, what?
I don't even know what that means.
Guys, what do I say?
But I don't know.
I don't either. People,
essentially, they're saying
people
these
have died.
These are people who have come here to escape like violence back home. Maybe if they would stop bringing it with them.
Yeah, so people in Haiti have died because they're eating ducks and cats.
How base can I say here's something?
I must admit, I've got a comment under my hat right now.
We're pretty based. We're based
because
here.
I feel like this whole thing of I have to word this very carefully.
Fuck is this?
The problem with deportation is it doesn't solve the problem. It just moves it.
Right.
Yeah.
If only we could deport them to somewhere where they can't come back, like the fucking
like
afterlife.
the moon. Oh, sorry. Sure,
Yeah,
I
see,
was being
there we go. Bill, thank you.
As I stated on Twitter, when there was like one illegal alien that came to the UK got caught with a bunch of like maps to schools and knives. Like we used to just put people's heads on pikes at the gates of the city, and these things kind of work themselves out.
Yeah.
I know there's a big thing against old capital. No, we don't. Not giving the state capital punishment. I don't think the state should have capital punishment, but
maybe don't be a rapist murderers. I don't know.
I have a deep respect of the executioner as a profession because that's what I studied for my thesis when I was doing.
Bill studied to be an executioner.
By the way,
I was studying it in how it's handled by different religions in the religious context.
But
sure.
even V pointed that out in a stream. He just said like if you had public hangings, it warded off crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am of the opinion that hangings have got too much can go wrong. That said, I'm also a proponent of the wheel.
Oh, he wants to break him upon it. Jesus, Bill.
I think that the role of executioner is a sacred act.
Good lord. Let me read some super chats, then we'll get into some other stuff.
How do you feel about the chair, Bill?
Yeah. Ardent Party for Two Canadians says, I love eating pussy as much as any other guy, but Lisa Hunter gave one gift sub. Thank you for the BurgerCon membership. Thank you. Kiza, who's been a member for 20 months, says, Evening, all your king is blessed to the stream. I have a clip for Aiden and Spoon to enjoy here. If the link doesn't work, I will DM it as well. Let me see if I can get this. The clean link, yeah. Let's see.
The brazen
what is
ball was just
Spoon,
fucking
Spoon, what is Kiza send us? Oh, this might be...
No, do not go for this. Do not go for the old Suzuka fucking anything by Toyota. That is 100 million% copywritten.
Copyrighted. Sorry.
You can't. No, Eurobeat got like a whole half season of my old TV show.
I can't do that. Slosher for 10 Canadians says, in defense of de Tocqueville, the American Civil War was about 20 years later, so he was almost right. Yeah, he didn't know what he was up. He didn't know what was going to happen. You know,
he was clairvoyant. He had some idea.
He had an idea, but he didn't totally understand what was going to pop off. But yeah, I think that's true about de Tocqueville. I feel like I need to reread that book because I feel like with my monarchist perspective now, it would be really illuminating. Forbidden Cat Belly for 5 says, human rights are just made up, total cope. True. Rick for 2 says, there are some good BDs of American Westerns. BDs. What is that? What does BD mean? Good BDs of American Westerns? Is it a brain dance? Are we in Cyberpunk? What? I mean, BD's American Westerns is brain dance. Sorry, maybe I haven't played Cyberpunk in a minute. I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm taking. Anyway, time to talk about the debate, all right? I don't really want to. Fortunately, I think we've got to. So,
it's
tonight,
not just
Kamala,
like, you know,
it's
most important
so
thing.
bad that even CNN has to, like, prepare their viewers for this.
And I would
And
remind you, this is after Kamala gets all the questions ahead of time, like just like fucking Hillary did.
And this is a day. This is a day beforehand. Okay, they're talking about a day before it happened, and CNN starts to gird their users' expectations, or their users, excuse me, their viewers' expectations.
Harris releasing details of her policy positions for the first time on her.
And the crazy thing is that what I bet you hear is that CNN's going to say they don't understand Kamala Harris's positions.
Campaign website. A K-file investigation has uncovered, meantime, a 2019 questionnaire. And in this questionnaire, Harris laid out some much more.
Because no one understands Kamala Harris's position. She didn't have any. She just says shit and then
So in
tackles.
2019, in what K-file found, she said she would cut funding to ICE, writing, quote, "Our immigrant detention system is out of control, and I believe we must end the unfair incarceration of thousands of individuals, families, and children.
Okay.
I was one of the first senators."
I say, from a physiognomist point of view, which is always where I go to, is my first port of call.
Mhm.
Kamala Harris specifically looks like someone who's about to rip you off by selling you cheap Tupperware.
She's like a rip ass is what she's about to look like she's doing.
She always looks constantly constipated, and she
She's
looks
she's holding her
like a low rent shyster. Is all that she looks like.
Well, because she is, but she also looks like she's trying to hold in the fart very desperately. Now, Biden will just shit his pants, but she's got to hold that in.
After President Trump was elected to advocate for a decrease in funding to ICE. Well, now, of course, she's touting the Biden administration's.
This is CNN, guys.
K-File's Andrew Kaczynski joins me now. Andrew, that's pretty incredible on its own.
What a nice last name with such a wanker attached.
Kaczynski. Yeah, I know. Unfortunate.
Found here on ICE. What else did you find?
Yeah, and this was
No, actually, this guy seems all right. He seems all right. He's another base.
So I see someone on CNN, and I assume, yeah.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is that what this is, what's happening here? If you're not aware, is that they knew that Kamala was not going to be able to perform well in the debate, right? So they are, like I said, they are girding their users, or their why I keep saying users, their viewers' expectations to be like, look, it's going to suck. She doesn't know anything. She's a retard.
Lay back and think of America.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of put this out here and be like, actually, Kamala Harris has lied and flip-flopped on things.
That she filled out for the ACLU, and this questionnaire is really an interesting snapshot in time of that 2019 Democratic primary. Kamala Harris was trying to get
Biden
to
tells
the
that to
left
the soldiers he's about to
Bernie
kill.
Sanders. She was trying to get to the left of Elizabeth Warren, and you really see that in a lot of.
Yeah, she was trying to be to the left of Elizabeth Warren. Is what even this guy's saying. Is that Kamala Harris was to the left of Elizabeth Warren, and she was on board with that. Elizabeth Warren, of course, you know, Pocahontas.
Walk our viewers through a little bit of what she said. Let's just take immigration.
It's not like Kamala Harris would also lie about her race. No. Not that any of them on the left would lie about their racial background in order to win points.
Can we all please give a vote of thanks to Willie Brown for, of course, awarding Kamala the only black DNA in her.
Yeah, true.
Immigration, and look at what she said here. She said on immigration, she made an open-ended pledge to end immigrant detention. She said she supported taxpayer-funded gender transition.
Pause it a second.
Taxpayer-funded gender care and transition surgeries for detained migrants.
Okay, let me read this for you. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to read it how
what it actually means?
I want to read it verbatim, and I'll change the tone slightly.
All right.
Okay.
I pledge to end immigrant detention.
Mm-hmm.
I support taxpayer-funded gender transition surgery for detained migrants. I'm going to slash migrant detention by half and close all family and private facilities and decrease funding to ICE. And I'm going to end ICE detainers. Doesn't that sound a lot worse than ICE?
Well, that certainly sounds like, that sounds like some far-right shit, doesn't it now, Chad?
We should, it's like that adage, like, we should make a list of black-owned businesses. And then you cut to the guy with the Wojak with too many teeth, like, we should make a list of black-owned businesses.
Right.
Well, can you just pause for a second?
It sounds like you're gonna forcibly cut people's dicks off.
Finally, state-funded buck-breaking.
It sounds like that's what you're going to do.
So let me get this straight. You have a problem with birth rates in your nation.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason you bring in the migrants. And the one thing you want to do is use the taxpayer money to cull the genitals of illegals in your nation.
Well, it might put them off.
Yeah.
Hey man, don't go up there. They cut Jose's nuts off, man.
But
Man.
What the in my head, man?
Okay, I have a genuine, serious question. What exactly do these people offer human civilization?
Oh, nothing. They're anti-civilization because they're a bunch of weirdo, freak, fucking
exactly. So
Gnostics.
Explain to me, why do they need to continue to exist?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, so in any other time, if you were like straight Spartan, you would just, in the beginning of 300?
Yes, of course.
You know what he says? Yeah, there you go. That is what should happen to civilization. Like, straight up, just like, what do? If I just look at your face and you have blue hair, you don't deserve to breathe oxygen.
I'll tell you this. One of my favorite films of all time is a kind of small, sort of indie Japanese
Birth of a Nation.
film. No, come on, let me finish my damn sentence. It's a little bit of an obscure Japanese film called Survive Style 5+. And Vinnie Jones is in it.
I've seen this. What? Now, what the hell? What the hell? Get back here, you idiots.
Isn't he?
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
There we go. Anyway,
what the hell is happening?
It's okay, I held things up because I heard a bloop. It's like,
it just spooked me, that's all. Anyway, you spooked
no, this thing just closed.
Anyway, so as I was saying, in Survive Style 5+, Vinnie Jones's character, who's an assassin, what he does is that if he decides whether or not he's going to kill you or not, he asks you, what is your function in life?
Yeah.
And if you give him an answer that he likes, he might not kill you. And
I run D&D games and I'm racist. That would probably work, to be fair. That'd probably get me by.
One he kills someone over is make girls come, and he's like, "Fuck you," and just stabs in the neck. And the main character
with
says,
a comically small sword,
with a comically small little dagger.
Sword.
Yeah,
it's a cocktail stick sword specifically.
Yeah.
Which I love that about. I do love Survive Style 5.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Entire subplot of man who suddenly discovers he's gay for the most unattractive man in human history.
Yes. He's a very, very ugly man, and he discovers he's gay for him, and it's like, come, baby, come, baby.
That trend goes hard.
Baby,
that said, we should. I'm going to make sure I talk over all this so it doesn't get sound clipped.
Oh, I'm not gonna get copyright claimed over me singing.
No, I'm not worried about copyright claiming. I'm worried about some asshole clipping this.
Oh, I mean that's how the song goes, though. But yeah, Vinnie Jones's character, he doesn't kill the main character in the film because, which is it's
a fucking anthology piece.
So,
he does. She's gone off into the fucking sugarcane.
I can't remember his name. He's a really good actor. I can't remember his name, but Vinnie Jones asked him, "What's your purpose in life?" And he says, "I don't have one." And he's like, "Good answer." Good answer. I don't have one. But my point in this is that how I went on that whole tangent is that it's just these people being like, "What is your purpose in life?" To basically just fuck everything up. That's all they live to fuck everything up. Also, CNN is panicked by reality. So this is already, they're getting upset about this.
Average of these migrants don't have a purpose beyond the perpetuation of themselves.
Yes, just to reproduce.
Survival that purpose.
Yes.
For detained
Pure animalistic.
She actually said she supported that.
She both wrote and answered in the affirmative when she was asked this. Oh. And she said she also supported it for federal prisoners. Now, she also pledged to slash immigration detention by 50%, close all family and private facilities, and decrease funding for ICE, and then end ICE detainers with local law enforcement.
I mean, these are things that, it would be hard to think that you would come up with taxpayer funding gender transitions for detained migrants.
Even CNN. Even CNN is like, it's kind of a weird thing to say that we're going to use taxpayer money to give illegal migrants gendered transition surgery.
Well, two ways to look at it.
Right?
Either that's an incredibly wasteful policy for people who are just going to come over to America, get rearranged. Alternately,
Or you're removing them from the gene pool.
Or like, oh yeah, if you come to our border and we think you might be trans, we're just going to chop your nuts off.
Well, and we'll just make that shit up. We don't need any fucking evidence, do we?
It sounds like some fucking. It sounds.
Eugenics?
I don't even know where you'd find that. It's not even like eugenics because.
Yeah, well, because remember, you don't need any evidence to be trans.
That old adage, like America fought the Soviets for years just to become a gay, useless version of them.
Yeah.
I think America has become a gay parody of Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the opposite of it.
Like that film, The Raspberry Reich.
Yeah.
There's a pull. I bet no one was expecting me to reference that.
No. Bill, it's not the Reich. It's the continuation of Weimar.
It is Weimar. Oh, wait, of course it's Weimar. Of course it's Weimar.
Too, yeah,
but
no, like Weimar was just like people selling themselves
it's
in
the
the
Weimar
street.
Republic. Oh dear God,
Well,
you have become the cringing gay Germany.
Yes, but
Germany,
I mean, like this
you
is
need to become more base. You need to go back to the Third Reich. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No, start another war in Europe.
Yeah,
No,
I ain't getting occupied by the Krauts again. Fuck that. They fucking rushed us down the opening fucking minutes of World War II because we kicked the shit out of them in World War One.
Would you rather the Krauts or the current occupation of Birmingham?
Oh, rough choice.
Damn, fucking Sophie's
Hey, I was just in Birmingham. It wasn't that bad. It's the first.
You were in Coventry. Fuck you.
No, I was in Birmingham too. I was in the bull ring.
She willingly went to Birmingham. Judge her.
Okay, I didn't. Well,
Also, you were in the bull ring. You were in like fucking Chi-Town.
Yeah, it was nice there.
Yeah, you were surrounded by an ablative layer of Asians.
Yeah, it was nice.
You don't get to say, "Oh, Birmingham's so nice"
That's
when you're in
my
fucking
third-
Celestial's Alley.
It's my third or fourth time being in Birmingham, and every single time I've been there, I've been in the bull
every time
ring.
in Celestial's Alley.
I didn't have a great time the first couple times there, but like I had a good time this time.
I was with you. You dragged me with you the first time.
I also quite like Manchester, and I'm not afraid. Who knows it? I quite enjoyed being in Manchester.
Yeah, where do you live though?
What? Where was I? What do you mean? Where was I in Manchester?
Where do you live? You live in Guernsey,
Guernsey.
which is like a white utopian fucking super nation that is
Yeah.
only now getting eroded by foreign fucking influence.
Yeah. We gotta get onto the fucking debate, guys.
Written and verbally.
We'll see how much we can even get through on it.
What else, did you find?
Well, let's take a look at her answer here on drugs. She got asked about.
She's on drugs, that's for sure.
I'll go for some drugs.
The question from the ACLU was, since drug use is better addressed as a public health issue through treatment and other programming, will you support the decriminalization at the federal level of all drug possession for personal use? And Harris answers yes.
Why has he become a British?
Yeah, why did he become British randomly?
All drug possession, that's not just marijuana.
Public health sounds like a doja.
This question, but it also would mean
Federal level of all drug possession.
fentanyl, crack,
Yes.
cocaine, things like that. Yeah.
Have they?
He sounds like he's personally aware of them.
Yeah.
So we did put this question to the Harris campaign about the entire ACLU questionnaire, and the Harris campaign didn't answer any questions.
Oh, curious.
From CNN. Instead, they just provided a statement from an
the Harris campaign. Yeah.
Why is it when I look at this guy, I feel there's something about his hair that makes me think, just for this particular thing, you're not wearing a yarmulke.
Well,
no, he's
okay,
no.
you need only look at him.
His name is Andrew Kaczynski. Anyway,
yeah, he's a fucking Kazarite. That's obvious.
Yeah. Whatever. Who cares?
Like, look at him.
I don't give a damn. Why are you guys being weird about it? Yes, he's Jewish. Who cares? Most likely. Okay?
He's actually weird.
If he's being,
I have over 1,000 years of history to not be weird.
He might just be a Polak. Who knows?
No, that face is fucking not.
His name's Andrew Kaczynski.
I mean, to be fair, I thought he was a guinea for a hot second anyway, so I can't talk.
Spoon, we know someone with this last name who was very based. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah,
yes.
I will say this, Uncle Ted.
Ted.
Everyone loves Uncle Ted. He'd have fucking hated all of us because we're chronically online retards.
Yes, and we're using the internet in order to talk about him. Yeah.
And we all, especially me and you, Aiden, we live in a fucking idyllic location and we'd never go outside.
And we never go outside.
And even though the countryside is like, if Ted Kaczynski lived here, he'd never sent a single fucking bomb in his life.
Yeah, he'd never would have.
I do think, though, he would be a bit indifferent to us because we are also telling everyone to read his book.
That's true. I mean, you should read Industrial Society and its
yes,
future.
He is very, very based on leftism.
It's a very fascinating book. Despite the fact that I myself at one point was a transhumanist, I dropped that shit like a hot potato. Go ahead. Sorry,
his work on, or his position on leftism sounds a lot like early Jordan Peterson. A lot of overlap.
When Peterson was able to say, I think, what I actually thought.
Unnamed Harris campaign advisor that just said the vice president's positions have been shaped by 3 years of effective government.
Sounds like homosexual.
Part of the Biden-Harris administration.
I've never seen such an aggressive bottom in all my life.
Yeah.
To CNN to elaborate on what those positions were.
The purpose
and
that
they
we do
also
have
provided this statement, which they attributed to.
She's like fucking with her nails. She's not even paying attention to anything he's saying. Yeah.
Spokesperson saying, as president, she will take that same pragmatic approach, focusing on common sense solutions for the sake of progress. So where does she stand on this? All this questionnaire today? We don't know, and they won't say.
Here's the thing: even CNN, even though she's looking so bored that she's like playing with her nails, is that look, even according to CNN, Kamala Harris has lied about what her positions apparently are. So.
If you want to find out Kamala Harris's positions, you have to ask Willie Brown.
Yes.
That's how it is.
So the debate happened, right, though? Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, Bill. People supporting the president before the debate, 47%. But first of all, this is the Trafalgar Group. I don't believe this at all.
Tree Surgeon, if you think he's not a J, you're fucking... I'm sorry, look at him.
Aiden's mega gay? Yeah, that's true. So, again, I don't believe these Trafalgar data at all.
If you're answering polls, you aren't on the people. You aren't the right. That's how it is.
So they're saying that even though 55% of people are saying that Harris won this debate,
who the fuck is answering these polls?
I don't know.
Can someone please explain this to me?
Yeah.
For the last 2 fucking months, every single person watching the polls have noticed how massively disparate they are in results. We know the Democrats oversample Democrats to get certain polling results to skew the entire perception. Why the hell people have noticed this for the past 2 fucking months, and for some bizarre reason believe this, I don't quite understand that. Why do you believe this one?
As a rule of thumb, I only take notice to a poll if it's got a human head at the top.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, no one believes this. Everyone knows this is some BS. No one takes this seriously. Now, of course, they're trying to say this so that you go, oh, well, Trump has no chance of winning, so I won't vote. That's why. That's what this is about. It's not complicated.
There are people in the chat accusing Spoon of one day being not anti-Semitic.
Wow,
not on my watch.
How fucking dare you accuse me of that?
I'm here to be a bad influence.
Wakiza for £5 says, guys, I have a punishment for R and then a bunch of asterisks. Rebecca or retard?
Diddlers.
I don't know what you're saying there. Sorry, because I don't know.
People who force themselves on another person.
Oh, R-wordist. Okay. Jeez, what do I think of my...
This song was about her.
This is the first time I've actually been legitimately offended by the chat.
Which will make people think twice, but it might be too gruesome for your taste. It probably will be, because I've seen the things that you said.
As a point, an important part of execution is it is not a matter of just inflicting pain for no reason. It's a matter of if they're to be killed, justice. You just it's up to God.
Said some.
You're arranging the meeting.
Strong stuff. So here's the thing: I'm gonna have to go have a piss, and I'm probably gonna have a smoke too. But we're gonna switch over to the watch together. If you could do that for me, Spoon. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Hold on.
All right. Here is the live broadcast. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because we want to get into the actual debate. Here we go. Right. Here's switch about here. All right. I will be right back.
By the way, can I just...
lads have fun. What?
Bill, I don't know about you, but the forehead on this thing.
Yeah. That's what we call a 5 head. Anyway, I will be...
It's some physio work here. Jesus Christ, you keep the fucking rain off her feet with that brow.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Dude, like the distance between the forehead notch and the freaking bridge.
And the guy on the left looks like fucking Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys. 9mm safety always off.
So this woman on the right, she was featured at the DNC convention. Obviously not exactly a fan of Trump. And the guy on the left, right, 92% of his coverage has been negative Trump, and every single thing he's ever said about Harris is positive. I feel like they might be slightly biased.
Hear me out about the lady on the right. You know, obviously of a mixed
Next
heritage. Can I just say the words? Netflix presents The Diary of Anne Frank. And I'll let that speak for itself. It's the fucking hairdo. You can't really rock that hairdo. Anne Frank had it and no one else can. That's a haircut that really does say, typhoid's a bitch.
Her hairline is further back than mine.
And mine.
Yeah.
And both of ours are fleeing from Aiden. That's a look that really does say, I really hope the check clears on this evening because it's about to be a fuckfest. Also, if you're a woman, double-breasted blazers make you look like you've got tassels on. I'm sorry, it's just how it is.
Yeah, they kind of do. Do you know what the guy on the left reminds me of? He looks like a waxed mix of Christian Bale in American Psycho and Ted Bundy.
Okay, let me send you a picture of Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys because it's uncanny.
Hold on, let's have a look.
Have you seen the Trailer Park Boys?
It's been a while.
It's uncanny.
Let me see. Oh God, yeah, there's this. Yeah, that's definitely a bit of an overlap.
I particularly love this version of Cyrus. Oh God, I forgot about the fucking Drake hair.
You know what he reminds me of? He looks like an angry version of Sully Erna from Godsmack.
Oh God, yeah.
He does a bit, doesn't he? I think it's like the slight sideburns.
Yeah, fucking.
By the way, the first photo that you sent, doesn't he look like he's trying to speak like Tony Montana?
Oh yeah, he's that's the whole point of Cyrus. He's a fucking poser.
Okay, yeah, because he just looks like he just wants to say like cockroaches in a way.
Yeah, he's a fucking he's a wannabe gangbanger, but everyone just calls him an asshole. So here comes Cyrus. Like legit, I think I can't remember if it's the first time he shows up in the show. He just he arrives to the club park and someone has drawn a massive like a spray paint of a cowboy riding a giant dick and balls, and it's just labeled Cyrus.
If you look at the bottom picture, he looks like a disco Neo from the Matrix.
Well, that's the whole point with Cyrus. He's just a massive poser, and everyone hates his guts
multiple
he's such a
personality
tool.
disorder. Yeah.
He's barely got one personality. He can't afford a second. And this guy looks like, again, going back to the chap in that of what we're about to watch, he does look like he's about to start like rattling off one-liners to no one. Also, sort of fucking tie out.
Well, let's see. Maybe he does.
President Donald Trump.
Also, he's not even going for a piss. He's outside having a smoke.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you.
Someone said they're shaking hands like a divorced couple. Like that's kind of true.
So who gets the duck? Who gets the kitten?
Yeah.
Both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Good evening. We are looking.
Well, she's closer to Jamaica, so she should have neither.
What is this fucking fit, by the way?
Okay, so
like what is this Princess Diana fit?
I have no idea, but someone showed a picture that her podium is slightly smaller because if it was the same size, she would look tiny compared to Trump.
Trump's like 6'3". He's fucking big.
Yeah, exactly. She would look fucking tiny anyway.
If they're the same size, you need a fucking booster seat.
And thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin.
Okay, there's no one in hell they're going to have a spirit and thoughtful debate with you two fuckers hosting the bloody thing.
Begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly
Hers is all in gold and his is just plain red, white, and blue.
say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago?
Did you hear that?
When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
Say that again.
You and President Trump were elected 4 years ago?
Yeah. Did you actually say that?
Yeah. Roll it back. At least I think it did.
Repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy.
Looking forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and
he certainly was elected 4 years ago, wasn't he?
Good catch. That is an interesting statement.
That's a gaffe.
Yeah.
President Trump might have been elected 4 years ago.
I feel like Trump should have said, I was elected 4 years ago. I'm not in office.
your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am actually...
Okay, now, the fact that she instantly ignores the question entirely and launches into a fucking cliched political bullshit answer, but let me tell you about how my family... It's like Scranton fucking Joe all over again. Instantly, this would make you lose. Fucking my God.
We need this. The world doesn't even need Trump. The world needs Huey P. fucking Long.
Actually the only person on this stage who has a plan
The world needs fucking Pinochet.
that is about lifting up the middle class and working people.
Bitch, you haven't said a damn thing to answer the question. It's been 3.5 years and the administration is fucking worse, hence why his question sticks. Were they better off under you or him? Him, which is why he is crushing you in the economy on the polls by like 35 fucking points.
Of America. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy.
What does
Because
that
here's
mean?
the thing. We know
So
that
carpet
we have
bagging.
a
Carpet
shortage of-
bagging.
of
Cool.
homes and housing.
Typical Democrat.
And the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people.
Oh, gee, why?
Yeah. You know how you know that? Okay, Kamala Harris, let me explain to you how economics work, okay? There's this thing called
Oh, she
supply
can
and
understand
demand.
this.
Like, you know, this is very simple. A child can understand this, provided they aren't drunk.
That's too complicated for her.
No. You see, it's very simple, okay? When you have a large thing called a supply, okay, and there's few people wanting it, it means that it's not terribly expensive because the supply greatly exceeds the demand, all right? However, when the supply shrinks and there's more people wanting the thing, it means it gets more valuable because more people want the thing and there's less of the other thing.
Weird.
Okay, yeah. So when you flood the nation with a bunch of fucking illegals, it means that all the other people that traditionally are of your nation that you're supposed to protect, it means shit's going to get more expensive. And if you don't understand this, that's because you're retarded.
Really? No way.
I know, it's
Dude,
groundbreaking
what?
shit. I'm like 150 IQ. I'm brilliant.
Apparently, I mean, like, wowee. I mean, unbelievable. Sorry, I had to go
Groundbreaking
have a ciggy and a piss. But, yeah, give you fucking enough to talk.
We know that young families need support.
Now, what young families need to do is for you to fuck off and never ever be involved in politics ever
Do you know what
again.
young families need, Kamala? Is for
Trump.
the cost of bread and milk to not be absurd. Is for them to be able to afford to have families.
Without going into debt.
Without going into massive debt. And when the cost of bread is how in some places it's like $4, maybe even more, for a loaf of damn bread. $4. That's crazy. I mean, it's like £3, but still, you know, Jesus, I mean, that's expensive for a loaf of bread. Yeah. Milk is that much as well. I mean, milk.
The price of eggs has like tripled in the last 5 years.
Yes, and I love. So my last video didn't do very well. Please, if you've not seen my last video, go check it out. YouTube is not recommending it because I thought it would have done well because we're in the election cycle, but YouTube I think is suppressing it because it's not even like anti-Kamala. No, it is anti-Kamala.
Go put on the video in 4 tabs, put it on 1/4 speed, and leave it there on mute.
Yeah, just leave it. If you feel so inclined, you don't have to do that. I mean, I would really appreciate it, but you don't have to do that.
View it because you get more engagement based on the speed at which it's watched.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
So if you put it on 0.25 speed, I get like 4 times the viewership.
400% viewing.
Yeah.
From one
so
you watch.
Really?
It's yes.
How did you figure that out?
Spiffing Brit figured it out.
Yeah.
He did a video in 4 times speed. And it just says you have to watch this in 1/4 speed, and then it just tells you about it, and it rocketed him to like massively in the algorithm.
The thing is, so in that video, what I went over was just like all this absolute abject bullshit. Not just in the U.S., but in the U.K. as well. This is nonsense. And what I did get some comments. I try not to respond to the comments too often.
You really should. It's really fun.
I know you have fun with it. I don't.
Yes,
a lot of them are
I
retarded.
enjoy antagonizing. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Yes, I know you like it, but I know because people sometimes they are
Aiden
actual
does
retards.
not like to be antagonistic, whereas I have great joy in him being
No, I
antagonistic.
don't like to be antagonistic. I try to be. I try to be peaceful. This is a stream of.
In other words, we're afraid of conflict. That's why we're bitches about things.
Yeah, we don't like conflict. Anywho, but so
I enjoy
somebody said,
disparaging homosexuals.
I had several people tell me the economy is booming. I'm like, well.
Yeah, like fucking Benghazi.
According to who?
Well, according to them, because again, the people who say that are people who are so wealthy that they've not felt it hit their wallet. Let's just be honest about it. As I posted that, I used the clip in my video where it was that guy who was like, he ordered the exact same stuff from Walmart that he had ordered 4 years earlier under Trump, and it went from like $100 bunch of stuff, 24 items, something like that. And it went from like $84, $100 to like $300. You know,
the price of potatoes has more than doubled over the last 3 years.
Yes, and I had people just tell me this is a lie. It's a lie. It's Walmart doing. Walmart is gouging people because they're a bunch of capitalist pigs. It's like, well, yeah, they are, but also, why would they do that?
Walmart, whose entire methodology is to buy in bulk so that they can offer
buy in
lower
bulk and
prices
sell
everywhere
shit
else.
cheap. Yes, and sell their items for as low as it costs. That is Walmart's.
Economies of scale has always been their MO, and they can't
keep up.
price.
Yeah, tripling, quadrupling in price. And if Walmart can't afford to do this, then what? I mean, like, and again, I mean, people like Kamala Harris and her ilk, they don't shop at Walmart. They shop at freaking Trader Joe's, which also Trader Joe's is also quite cheap. I don't know what oh my god, this is a problem.
Walmart in the UK is Asda.
Yeah, I've lived here so long. I was like, what's the expensive place? Because I was like, Marks and Spencer. I was like, no. What is it?
Marks and Spencer's is now the cheap place. Morrison's is the expensive place.
Morrison's. Yeah,
M&S has such a long-standing deal with their suppliers that they are not actually hit by inflation like everyone else is.
Chet, what's the expensive grocery store? I want to say Trader Joe's, but they actually are generally kind of cheap. No, not Tesco. That again, you're talking about UK. What's the expensive?
Whole Foods.
No. Target's actually quite cheap as well.
Is it Whole Foods?
Whole Foods. Yeah, Whole Foods is pretty expensive. Yeah.
We have a place over here called the Guernsey Way, like WEIGH.
God,
I would go there, but it's right in the market, and I can't be bothered. And you have to bring your own containers, and it's all just bulk food bullshit. And I can get that from work cheaper anyway. I just realised I'm Larry Daviding it. Fuck it.
Yeah, everyone says Whole Foods. Whole Foods is very expensive. Trader Joe's sometimes will have really good deals.
I still remember when Rihanna announced she was pregnant, and someone chimed in with Drake just broke down in Whole Foods.
Safeway?
Safeway's not been around for fucking donkey's years, mate.
No. It depends on where you're. In Baltimore, Safeway's everywhere.
Oh, we used to have a Safeway. The place up the road from us is now Morrison's.
Yes, Waitrose is expensive here, yes. But again, I was asking in the U.S., and everyone seemed to agree it was Whole Foods is the expensive, the posh. Jesus H. Christ. I think I need to go back to the U.S. again. Look how I've been fucking corrupted.
Oh, I see how it is. I'll see myself.
No, I'm saying like Sainsbury's. We wouldn't have a Sainsbury's over here. I've actually never been to a Sainsbury's.
Alliance sells Sainsbury's stuff.
Okay.
Alliance sells Sainsbury's and Tesco stuff. That's the and Jack's.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to it. Sorry, but like everybody. Here's the thing, Kamala. I know you don't feel it in your wallet because you're rich and you've made your money on your knees. But every fucking American
if you're in
knows
politics
it.
In the
Tired of this
you're
shit.
an insider trading scumbag. That's the rule of thumb.
Yes. Yeah, you're Jesus Christ. They say shit like this because she doesn't feel it. Neither does Trump, obviously. But Trump at least has his finger on the pulse of what actually is bothering Americans.
Again, he's as close to Huey P. Long as we have currently available.
Yeah.
Huey P. Long was like, okay, you vote for Huey P. Long. He promised you a bunch of stuff. He's going to do it. Did you not vote for Huey? Then you get to get fucked because you didn't accept the deal. That's how it is.
Yeah. Yep.
I respect people who are corrupt in a way that benefits the people.
Yeah.
You can be as corrupt as you like, as long as you live up to what you promised to the people who support you.
Exactly. Yep. Go ahead. Someone press the button. Whenever I press it, it always ends up being fucky.
To raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that
Why
those
do you need
young
to get the
families
tax credit?
can afford to buy a crib,
How about this?
buy a car seat, buy clothes for their children.
Why? Why do you... No. Fix the fucking economy and you don't have to give out a fucking tax credit, you dumb bint.
No, it's okay, just give out another $300 check.
Yeah, devalue the US dollar more. That'll help. Give out more free money instead of fixing the damn economy. Yeah, that'll help. I'm gonna speed this up, sorry. What a silly sod. Jesus. Sorry, somebody else press the button. Whenever I do it, it always pauses.
Children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. I was actually, my mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small businesses.
Of course.
My plan is to give a $50,000 tax deduction.
Do you like how she made herself into it? Did you like how she just made herself into... Can you pause, please? I don't know why. I don't know who keeps pressing the button. How she made it's like, I actually have two moms. I'm basically the child of a lesbian couple. Like, I love how you throw this shit in there. I get what you're doing, you dumb bin. I get it. It's not working on me. Maybe it'll work on your stupid...
Your father's a Pajit.
Yeah, well, her father's whatever he needs to be in the moment. He's black, or he's Jamaican, or he's black and Jamaican, or he's Indian. It all depends on who she's trying to impress at that second. And also, she's got two moms. Very cute.
Well, she certainly engages in fatherless behavior. So
on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before, which is to provide a tax cut for billionaires and big corporations, which will result in $5 trillion in America's deficit. My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump sales tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month.
Are you out of your
Economists
fucking
have
mind?
said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle-class families in about $4,000 more a year, because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the backs of middle-class people paying for tax cuts for billionaires.
Unbelievable hubris.
First of all, I have no
The
sales tax.
unfucking believable nonsense that she just spewed there. All you want to do is raise the cost of everything.
You want to help out your fellow billionaires. You know, those people who are direct competitors with you and your business.
I mean, Jesus Christ, like, it is their platform. It is her platform
taxes
to
mean
raise the cost of everything.
Can I just say, as a Guernseyman, somebody who listens to tax haven, everyone you think, we'll tax them more. Not a single solitary motherfucker you want to tax is going to get taxed because they'll move their money here. They'll move their money to a tax haven somewhere, and they'll fucking embed. They'll do everything they can to skim off the top.
Exactly.
Trying to tax people above a certain pay grade is just completely impossible. Give it up.
And this is the thing here's the thing. Trump knows that because that's his tax bracket.
This is a man uniquely qualified to know how to close the fucking loopholes because he's used them.
Because he's used all of them. And by the way, if I were Trump, I'd do it too. You know, of course you would. Because anyone who... Look, here's the thing. You don't become a billionaire.
To kill a billionaire.
You don't become a billionaire if you don't have any money sense. You know what I mean?
He's been bankrupted multiple times, so he's bounced back from multiple business failures multiple times.
But the reality is...
He's well equipped to try and suss out what these motherfuckers are trying to be.
But like I'm saying, you don't become a billionaire if you don't know the games that billionaires play, which is that billionaires don't pay taxes. They put their shit over here in places like Guernsey that are tax havens. That's what they do.
Politicians do not get taxed.
Or that as well. Yep. So this is so... You know, who pays more on taxes when you do this shit?
Billionaires are still playing the Game of Thrones. They still know how to play politics and play courtier.
Yep.
They are playing games that you don't see. Trump is equipped to fuck with those people.
Trump knows the game. Trump knows the game.
He knows the fucking game. And guess what? He fucking hates these people because he knows these people.
Yeah,
Kamala Harris is in bed with these fucking people, quite literally.
Literally. And I've talked some shit about Trump over the last couple of years because I wasn't super pleased with what he got done in his first term. Now, I know that he was under extreme conditions that made it was very difficult for him to get anything done. But I think he could turn it around, and I want to see him do it. However, as you say, Bill,
he's not our guy, but he's the best we got.
Yeah, he's not our guy, but he's all right.
I'm kind of curious as to what he has up his sleeve because something that I've known about Trump is I wouldn't say he's a sore loser, but if he feels wronged, he's very vengeful from what I hear
As he
from
should
people.
Be.
Yes,
As
it's like I've heard from people that if you fuck with him, he doesn't let it go. And I imagine when the entire country does it and Trump's like, I'm the head honcho, I'm going to fucking put some people's bodies against the wall.
Look,
I'm like,
I want to make him king.
Also,
I've said this before.
He's got 4 years and he doesn't have to worry about re-election. In the first term, you're sort of learning the ropes and you have somewhere to go and you are still worried about getting more done.
You're trying to find out where the middle management types, the civil service are, so you can try and... So on round 2, you can pluck them out of their little hidey holes and gut them.
And now, I think a lot of those same people are shitting bricks because they go like, oh my God, I wronged him. If he gets back in, I'm fucked. And I'm hoping that he
I
can
wouldn't fuck with him.
I want people to fear him. I want people to like be absolutely fucking petrified that if he gets in power, he's going to start like fucking.
There'll be some civil service motherfuckers who want him in place because they want him to basically kill off the entirety of their high management so they can take their place.
Well,
of course.
The thing is,
and middle management rebellion is exactly what you want.
They've been crying for years that if you let Trump into power, he's going to be a fascist on day one.
Oh,
you know,
God,
and it's like, me too. I'm not a fascist, but I wish he would use the full power of the executive branch. He won't do it because he's not that cool. They think he's way cooler than he actually is. Well,
he's a New York Democrat with a fucking paint job.
He is. That's what they always. But I wish
he was as tyrannical as they make him.
I wish he'd be a fraction as tyrannical as they want him out to be. I know it's going to get me in trouble, but I don't give a damn. Look, things in the United States need to be fixed. Okay, stuff needs to get in order. And you have to do that sometimes with a fucking iron fist. You do.
Sometimes you can't
dilly-dally
fix
around.
a thing. Sometimes you need to drag it out to the curb and
sometimes
garbage man
a day is fucked. Sometimes a country is fucked. What's that? How's that quote go?
Sometimes a day is fucked. You need to save your energy. Do not use it to try and fuck the day. It is impossible.
The one thing that I don't
Tomorrow is a
understand,
new day.
Rare-based Indian take.
The thing that I don't understand is that just from a purely power perspective, if you have more people in your army can essentially do more damage. That's fairly easy to understand. Okay, if you want the general to cull the size of his army and concentrate power more on the general can't command that size of the army. He needs people below him to effectively manage the thing. So if you want a more efficient army that is more held together by one person at the top, then he needs to cull the size of the army. That's just how that works. One person can't hold that much power. So if you want the government to still be stable, but without this micromanaging, decentralized bullshit, you need to centralize power and you need to have a competent person at the top holding whatever is left. That is just how power functions. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't fucking know anything about human psychology.
His best bet is to lobby with the middle lower management of the civil service to oust the higher ups.
The people at the lower to middle sides, they know how fucked things are, and they have to deal with it every day, and they hate that shit.
And they see all the people who are above them who got there because they were too much of a pain in the ass. So they got booted upstairs. That was less of a problem.
And also,
pointy-head boss types.
And also the concept that people talk, oh look, Trump installs loyalists. Motherfucker, you pay
what are you
people
gonna
for
do?
that fucking thing.
Yeah,
what
you
do you
have
think
to pay
lobbyists
people.
is for? Yeah. This is
Trump
the exact same
just
thing.
has people who are...
The currency before is loyalty. The currency now is money. He wants to go back to loyalty. That's like how any fucking system works. If
he's Caesar.
I said this to somebody before, because they said, "Oh, look, like Trump staffs his place with like loyalty." I said to him, "If you were in government, okay, if you ran a business, would you want people below you who are trying to gull you and get your job? No, you'd fucking kill them off immediately and go, get the fuck out of here. I won't have someone challenge my reign." Like, and they went like, "Yeah, of course." Like, yeah. So why do you give Trump shit for doing that?
Yes.
Anyone does that.
Trump again is trying to run the country.
Behavior.
Yes, Trump is trying to run the country like a business, exactly like Curtis Yarvin said. You know, he is running it like a CEO. That's why he's good, and that's why as I said earlier,
none of us would put
reiterate,
up with bullshit under normal circumstances, but he is operating under the methods that we outlined as preferential.
But it's what because you have to run it that way. And it's what I said earlier is that I think Trump should be king.
Would any of us back Trump's play under like 2020? Under like 2010 circumstances when he was just a New York Democrat asshole?
No, it's because he is saying things that are correct,
method.
And he's identified the problems. And
he won over the right with his method. Anyway,
let's
keep going.
Let's get through it.
We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after 75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world. And the tariff will be substantial in some cases. I took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China. In fact, they never took the tariff off because it was so much money they can't. It would totally destroy everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation. Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation has, which is really known as
Very
country buster.
fucking good point.
Up countries. We have
I don't know who keeps pausing and pausing, but anyway.
inflation like very few people have ever seen before.
It's
Probably the worst in our
confusing with
nation's
this
history.
thing.
We were at 21%, but that's being generous because many things are 50, 60, 70, and 80% higher than they were just a few years ago.
Yes, this is what I want to like. Her shaking her head. This is Trump actually hit the nail on the fucking head with this.
200% higher.
And I caught this shit with my video where I said it was not even a point in my most recent video. I just said it as a throwaway line because like everybody who's not insane knows that the cost of goods are up. And someone was like, "Well, the cost of this thing wasn't up," and that's what their fucking excuse is. Well, the cost of XYZ item isn't up. Okay, but the cost of items independently, and this is why that I hate, I despise and repulsed by this filthy fucking tactic of, well, light bulbs aren't up.
That's a low IQ appeal to the exception argument.
Yes,
Same
of course
methodology used by people who don't know what per capita is.
No, exactly. It's the per capita. It's the per capita shit. It's like, yeah, okay, well, eggs are up 500% or whatever it is, and it's like,
And the rest.
But what about my light bulb? My light bulb's not up.
Yeah, the light bulb
my
that has had
flat
a
screen TV's not up.
Light bulbs
okay,
aren't up,
homie.
even though we've completely changed the technology that goes into them, making them massively cheaper to use.
Oh, but my flat screen TV. Thank you, Chuck. Good example. My flat screen TV the new flat screen TV doesn't cost me more than it did 5 years ago.
We moved from light bulbs that were just like regular halogen over to like full bore. Like
I
LED
don't know why I
ones.
go with light bulbs.
So...
Because it's always something like that. It's like, well, this thing isn't up.
Why is this industry fine? Oh, because like cost cutting measures have been brought in with technological advancements that mean that they are actually price gouging by based upon the overhead and like operational cost of the business, massively gouging their customers by keeping the price the same.
Look, King Anus, nice name. Prices of weed didn't go up in Canada because they want you to be addicted to weed. I know that weed isn't actually addictive, but they want you to be smoking and not paying attention to things. Yeah. So yeah, eggs and milk and bread are all up massively, hundreds of percentiles. But the TV isn't more expensive, so the economy is great. If anyone gives you that argument, understand if they are not a shill, then they are a fucking vile person who is not serious. They're not a serious person. Fuck them. Don't interact with people who say shit like that because they are a shill or an idiot, and either way, they're not worth dealing with.
This has been a disaster for people, for the middle class, but for every class. On top of that, we have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. Smiling. These are the people that she and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country.
It's painted on that way.
No, she's doing this strange smiling the whole time, like smug smiling.
It was like a grimace, but no, look at her lips. Her lips are literally like painted in that shape.
I think she's trying to smile because here's the thing with Kamala Harris. We know that she doesn't have real human emotions. She's just kind of a strange facsimile of a human.
Exactly like Clinton.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, she's
Clinton dipped in tea.
Yeah. Yes.
So, it's not. Everything's not everything's going up in price. What isn't going up in price with this 2001 Chevy Highlander?
2001 Chevy Highlander, yeah.
Highest level of criminality, and we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast. I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country. I'll do it again and even better.
We are going to get to immigration and border security during this debate, but I would like to let Vice President Harris respond on the economy here.
Well, I would love to. Let's talk about what Donald Trump left us.
I'm sure you'd love to.
Donald Trump left us.
How about Donald Trump left you with a fantastic economy that the leftist state governors shut down because of what? What was it? What? Why did they shut down the economies that technically ruined Trump's economy on his outbound? COVID. Who did that?
By the way,
who did that?
You know what looks great when you're in a country that's completely racked by complete economic collapse is when your opponent's wearing a regular red, white, and blue flag, and you're wearing a gold one and a bunch of jewelry. It makes you.
Yeah. Kamala wouldn't want to actually wear the red, white, and blue. It'd burn her skin. burn right through her jacket.
I'm surprised the silver on her hands is bursting into fucking flames.
So, do you guys know the earring conspiracy that's been going around?
What? No.
So,
is it an earpiece or some shit?
Yes, and it looks extremely similar to the earring that she's wearing. And Razor has pointed this out as well, is that when she's asked a question, the initial response is fairly coherent, but it does sound like a typical response. But when she's asked to rebut something, then she's all over the place. There's a noticeable difference in the cadence, and when she's off the cuff, she sounds scrambly.
Is she only wearing it on one ear?
Yes.
No, she's got two. Oh, she is only wearing it on her.
Might be covered. Let it cook.
I think I can see it on the other side too. No, but
That's a
I
very
think you're
familiar
right.
face for her.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I think you're correct. Is that like first of all, we know for a fact that this is ABC.
Trump has that mugshot face.
Is that they give the Democrat all the questions beforehand. So she's answering the questions that were given to her beforehand. So that would explain why her rebuts are shitty. Shitty compared to the pre-screened answers that she got that she wrote because she was given the questions beforehand. Which okay, you can call me a conspiracy theorist, except for we know this has happened in the past. It keeps happening. I'm like, oh yeah, we gave Joe Biden the questions beforehand. We didn't give them to Trump because fuck him. But they've said this. They've admitted to this shit. So I don't know. Why would you think it not be the case here?
The worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us.
Yeah, gee, why was that? Do you want to talk about why? No? Oh my god, look at I feel Trump. I feel this fucking face. Oh my god, this is getting how I feel right now. Just this.
You have to understand.
If Trump just leapt the fucking podium and just started beating her into fucking
I wish he would. I wish he
thing-
would have beaten the shit out of her with this. Just punch her in the face over this stupid fucking point.
Yeah,
Good
but
lord.
You guys have to understand something, is that you're essentially talking to two different audience members.
Yeah.
Is that
Yes.
it's about
She's stuck into her audience. Yeah.
Who is going to believe what's being said here? It doesn't matter if it's untrue. It doesn't matter if it's a lie. It doesn't matter if it's complete bullshit. It's who is susceptible to listening to this dumbass wench. And there will be a significant amount of people who actually believe her. There will be sane people who go, there is no fucking way in hell the federal government could handle all of that micromanagement during the coup period, which is why it was left up to the fucking states. It is very quite dishonest to say that he's the one who lost all the fucking jobs when the closing of the jobs was done on a state-by-state basis. It has fuck all to do with the federal government.
Largely in Democrat states, and none of it was handled by the federal government. Trump gave that up to the states. We all know this. Why are we having to play silly buggers with this? I'm tired of it. It's actually tiresome. It actually makes me tired. I'm so sleepy of this stupid shit. I'm actually
the irony being that to stop being sleepy, you need to put them to sleep.
Yeah.
The worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us. The worst attack on our democracy.
How is that his fault?
Whoa, there was. Oh, she said the word. She said the word.
She said, let's say, okay, let's translate this attack on our regime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. These people cannot be reasoned with any longer.
Nope.
They know that everything is slipping through their hands, so they're grasping everything they can.
No, I think you underestimate how much power they have.
I actually don't think they have as much as they let on.
Severity is a symptom of desperation.
I'm not sure.
No, I agree with this. I actually spoke to Scummer about this, and he said what these people... He said they only have as much power and resources to go around. And he said, so what they have done is basically spend a lot of resources into basically securing their positions and some on propaganda, not as much though, which is why they picked this fucking doofus bitch, because all of the other resources is basically in fortifying the place, and they don't really give a shit about the face anymore.
Are we late enough in the evening that I can say really spicy things? Or I'll save a rumble.
Yeah, we're not on a rumble.
Give it 15 minutes, Bill, then you can.
Okay.
Once you hit the 2-hour mark,
Since
then...
the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up...
Bitch, the person you used to work for was old enough to still remember the fucking Civil War.
The only thing that Kamala Harris has ever fucking cleaned up is her chin.
Yeah, you can see that Trump is trying to suffer through this nonsense. He's like, this fucking woman keeps yapping. I have to just stand here and listen to it. Ugh. Go ahead. Someone else press the button. When I do it, it always fucks
Donald
up.
Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all in this debate.
That doesn't mean anything. That's
I don't
just
give a damn.
fucking
What you
empty
mean?
verbiage.
Yes, and what are the hopes to the American people you're talking to? Is Gibbs, give me money. Give me money. Well, where the money isn't infinite now, is it, Kamala?
It is when you print it. I'm going to be debased the currency.
Well, it debases the currency.
Can I just say, for folks at home, in case you didn't notice, up until fairly recently, in terms of the progression of mankind, debasing the currency, like coin clipping, was a good way to get burned alive. For good fucking reason. There's a reason they treated it like a capital. Like, you would get worse treatment for coin clipping than for killing your own children. Like, infanticide and coin clipping are the two things that got you immolated. For good fucking reason.
Mate,
it's the same principle.
Yep.
You're stealing from the mouths of babes.
Yes, she did say J6 is worse than the Civil War. I know. Or the worst thing in America than the Civil War, yeah. Well, of course it was, because it's hyperbolic and pointless.
It's easy to discount the danger of the and horror of the Civil War when you side with General fucking Sherman.
What was the percentage of Americans who died in the Civil War? It was something like 20% of the whole fucking population died. I might be overestimating, but I think it's something like that. Something like 15 to 20% of Americans died in the Civil War. January 6th is comparable. Or comparable to Vietnam. What are you talking about? You absolute lunatic. It's not just her, it's the whole left. January 6th is the worst thing that's happened since the Civil War.
Boy, the apologia
for
the Vietnam War is bewildering.
How about we talk about How about we talk about this? Would you like to know a little bit of fun facts about the U.S. Civil War? That in my home state of West Virginia, the Union Army rocked up to Charleston, which was the capital. It was Weirton. Rocked up to the Capitol, stood outside of the voting booth, that being the Capitol building, and said, you got a choice. You can vote to secede, or you can vote to stay in the Union. Why do you think West Virginia stayed in the Union? Why do you think West Virginia is not Virginia right now? Let me tell you why, lads. Because the Union Army rolled up and said, if you don't fucking vote to not secede, we're gonna shoot you. Welcome to United States history.
Oh, let's not forget Lincoln hiring the Pinkertons.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite fucking trading card game enforcers. To violently repress anyone who dared vote against Lincoln.
And by the way, if you want to look up,
I'm not going to go down the rigmarole. Everyone here has probably gone and watched already Racist fucking
it's video on Lincoln, which is fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, fucking as much as the people of this proud podcast have all individually, I think, had some beef with Razor Fist over the years.
I don't know about beef,
but he's had beef with you. I was trying to sugarcoat, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But, the man does good work.
What I'll say though about what I just said about the voting in West Virginia is good luck trying to find that information, okay? Because it is largely lost history. Because it's been actively fucking erased. Okay. I only know it because my dad is a historian, and his primary area of interest is in the history of my state, West Virginia, and Route 1. So that's the only reason I know it. Maybe my dad lied to me. I don't know, but I don't think he did. My dad's a pretty straight shooting guy. So if you're trying to find information about what happened that would have been Weirton or Wellsburg. What did I say? Did I say Weirton? I don't know.
Weirton.
Whatever I think it was Weirton, which was the capital of West Virginia at the time, before it moved to Charleston.
We're getting lost in the weeds here.
My only point is that, if you think the U.S. government's so fucking good and democracy works so well, look at how they handled that shit. Sorry, let's get back into this.
The bigger issue is the plutonium porridge for children.
Yeah. What's this? What's she on about now?
Since the Civil War. Bullshit. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations.
You just saw his, for the first time in the entire debate, his eyes clear as day.
The same old tired playbook. A bunch on what we know are the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is...
Oh no, he's clicking. Yeah.
Just the way his eyes still what the fuck this bitch is saying.
Build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people.
That doesn't fucking tell me anything. We build in the hopes and aspirations of what the fuck does that mean?
I don't care.
All of this is gish gallop bullshit.
No, I'm trying to be Obama. I'm trying to be fucking Obama. I think you can keep doing
she was probably trying to fuck
less
Obama.
of a dick.
Probably was actually trying to fuck Obama, to be fair. Yes, you're right.
But I'm going to tell you all in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same
You don't have enough penis to fuck Obama.
old tired playbook. A bunch of lies, grievances, and name-calling. What you're going to hear tonight
Wait, that's what you're
is
doing.
a detailed...
Oh, look,
actually didn't do any of that.
Let's prime the audience.
Bitch, that's literally what you're doing right now. Wait, this is priming. This is the priming effect of saying, I'm about to do a bunch of name calling, I'm about to lie a whole bunch, and I'm going to accuse him of doing that so that when I lie and name call, this is actual fucking...
Good rule of thumb.
Man.
If I am in a... If I'm doing... Okay, I see things from a D&D perspective. This is what I do. That's my gimmick.
Yeah, let me tell you some stuff, though. Yeah.
If I see someone walk up to a town and spit in the well, I assume they're a blackguard.
Yeah.
And this is poisoning the fucking well. If I see you do that shit, I assume you're not on the bounce.
Here's the thing. You use the right word. It's priming. So, in debating, in debate tactics, which this is my field. It's calm. It's my field. You want to set up basically a false premise of saying my opponent is about to lie. Now you have set up the prime. Meanwhile, as you are lying, she's already lied a whole bunch of times. She lied about the economy in her opening. Let's try to get through some of this. This is boring and stupid. Like you're such a lying cunt. I mean that in the British sense. You're a fucking cunt.
plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected
God.
again.
Oh my, just shut up. Shut your fucking gob. This
we are
Project 25...
8 minutes into a 3 hour.
Again, I don't know how we're gonna far.
shindig.
I just put it in here
It's
so we
nearly
watch however the fuck. I know. No, it's not. I put this in it so we get through it. However much we can get through it. This Project 25 shit has been confirmed to have been made up by a bunch of left or like it was like a right wing institution that got it from some leftoid institution. Heritage Foundation, who got it from some leftoids. They made it the fuck up. Trump...
It has nothing to do with the leftoids. It was literally just made by the Heritage Foundation. Yes, it's purely the Heritage Foundation.
I thought they got it from some leftoids. I don't know.
No,
anyway,
nothing to do with leftoids.
Alright, so who gives a fuck? It's some fucking random shit they fucking made up. Trump has denounced it, said he doesn't support it. It's not his fuck. And they're just like, no, he does. He does. I swear to God, he does. I swear. Even though he says he doesn't,
it's
I swear.
like how David Duke supports certain candidates just to fuck with people.
So infuriating. He doesn't support this. He didn't come up with it. The Heritage Foundation, as you said, came up with it. Who gives a flying fuck?
Good rule of thumb. Good rule of thumb overall. If David Duke says a damn word, you don't fucking believe it. If Stormfront or the Klan says anything, you don't believe a fucking damn word they say. I say it's someone who used to be on Stormfront because I used to be racist. I'm
Bill
more
used to
racist
be
now.
More racist, yeah.
I'm one of the in my youth, in my teenage years, one of the highest level Jew finders in all of Stormfront. And I'll say this right now: David Duke's a fucking fed.
Yeah, of course he is. They're all feds.
Because you need to be a teenager.
And we've been told to just mute when we want to say something, but I don't want to talk over them, so I don't know. Look, guys, we're not going to get through this whole debate. It's like 2 hours long. We're just going to watch what we're going to watch.
I like
2 hours long of spastic fucking gay talk.
We're just going to watch what we're going to watch, and then we're going to piss off.
Bill looks at all like the supposed like known white supremacists, and Bill just looks at them and goes, "You're fucking amateurs, all of you."
Yeah, exactly.
They are. I'm sorry. The entirety of the Klan was on that fucking website. 14% was the top rating. I got 95.
Oh, not 1488.
95% because there's like a little app.
You get 88%
who
on
is
it?
Jewish in Hollywood? Who is Jewish in celebrities? Best I saw was 14%. I got 90-5. I was a goddamn teenager. I didn't even know my fucking ass from my elbow.
That's the other thing. Emmius currency is that even if the 2025 plan was real, which it's not, it's incredibly moderate. And they're like, oh, he wants to. This is the same shit. I've seen this stupid fucking plan. You did it before. You tricked my best friend into believing it. And I think you're hoping it'll work again. I lost my best friend over you people pulling this kind of shit where you make up what Trump believes in and try to make him into some kind of.
Skip this. We've had a speech.
I know, it just makes me upset.
That the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more.
You are the most divisive woman on this fucking continent.
You can't even bring your fucking legs together, bitch.
Exactly.
Common than what
Jesus
separates
Christ.
us, and I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you an response.
I have nothing to do, as you know, and she knows better than anyone.
It's just like a
I've never heard a more non-committal way of saying that exact phrase.
Let's go, bitch.
I have nothing to do with Project
God.
2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas. I guess some good, some.
Look
This
at her, like
woman's-
how upset she is with this.
Smug face.
Yeah.
That was like her killing blow, and he just
Yeah.
like completely no-sold
It's
it.
the reality. It's not his shit. Someone else came up with it and said Trump said this. It was literally like, I made this. But it was like, Trump made this. No, and
Look
there's
on
no
her
evidence.
face. They just look.
Oh, and
ugly.
she... Oh, bitch. You
She was,
just
she was
lied.
expecting him to bite, and he completely no-sold it.
No,
And
he said no.
Here's the thing: you can't fuck with Trump in terms of promos because he used to work with fucking Vince McMahon, so he knows how to
Yes.
cut a fucking promo.
He knows how to fucking... You're
run
in
rings
the
around
ring with him, dude. You're in the
I'm
ring.
okay, fuck it. I'm of the opinion. Fuck democracy. You should just organize who is in charge of the government by who wins a wrestling match.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah.
I don't care if we end up with fucking Goldberg
Yeah,
in charge.
exactly,
It's got to be
Lucy.
better than this dog shit. Jesus Christ.
Exactly, Lucy. Disappointed mom face, except she's not a mom and never will be.
I'm bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic, and the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died. Has there been anything like it? We did a phenomenal job with the pandemic.
Oh my
we handed
God!
them over a
This is what
country.
this is why she can't win. I don't care what these polls say. Her little smug face whenever she
looks like a cunt.
You
She
look like a
acts
cunt.
like a cunt. She
is
is a cunt.
a cunt.
That's why no one likes her. She's unelectable. She was unelectable in her own fucking district.
She
So
got
this
what,
is a
like
moot
1%
fucking
from
point.
California or some shit in her own
If
fucking home
I
state.
asked for backup in any kind of situation, I got something with the likes of Kamala Harris.
Well,
I
they'd
was
say
assuming
he'd
people
send her
were
as
fucking
black
with
up. You know, oh, here's our
her.
black up.
No, because guess what? The dudes in fucking afros who are like shit posting in Habbo Hotel are more electable
Black
than
up
this retard.
is absolutely more electable. Kamala Harris, what an insufferable bitch.
Where the economy and with market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in.
You can't- she
Nobody's
can't-
ever
she
seen
can't
anything
help
like
herself.
it. We
She
made
can't help
ventilators for
herself.
the entire world. We got gowns, we got masks, we did things that nobody thought possible. And people give me credit for rebuilding the military. They give me credit for a lot of things, but not enough credit for the great job we did with the pandemic. But the only jobs they got were bounce
Okay,
back
go ahead
jobs.
and
These were
shake your
jobs
head,
bounced back, and it bounced back, and it went to their
It
benefit.
was your,
but I was the one that created them.
the
They know it, and so does
Democrats'
everybody.
fault that the economy fell apart because Trump gave it to the states. You can lie as much as you want, but anyone who's got a memory longer than a fucking goldfish knows that to be the truth.
By the way, if you wear a cravat to a debate, everyone thinks you're a cunt because you are
true,
one.
right. Oh, she is wearing a
Looking
cravat.
like
Jesus
Austin Powers'
Christ.
brown mum. Fuck's
Holy
sake.
shit. Let's watch Austin Powers tonight, Bill.
Which one?
So-
I've not seen the second one.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah, it's a good one. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the
Donald
last
Trump has
one.
no plan for you. And when you
Uh-huh.
look at
oh
his
my
economic-
God, really? Do you?
The
you have
person with
one.
the most plan possible.
A person with
You
literally
who
no
have
plan.
literally sat in a fucking. You sit in your ivory tower and you steal ideas from everyone else.
Hold on a second. You literally just mentioned Project 2025.
Yeah. Which,
How the,
if you,
how the fuck you say Project
curious.
2025 is what he's going to do, and then the next month he doesn't have a plan?
I mean, good, excellent point, Spoon. So if Project 2025 is real, that's Trump's plan, is it not? And then you just came after throwing that shit on him, said Trump doesn't have a plan.
This is how
Well,
you know that she knows the answers. She knows the questions. Because
Yes.
that's a completely scripted answer that is completely devoid
Yes.
of what she just said in her previous fucking statement. That's when you see the debate
Let's-
moderators just say
yes.
that, oh look, we didn't give them the questions before, and like, yes you fucking did, and everyone knows this. It's because of shit like that. It is pre-scripted.
I mean, come
fucking
on.
answers.
Because it's no
Spoon,
relation to
thank
what
you.
he
That was
just
a
said.
fantastic point.
It's completely
Thank
counter
you.
to what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Stop noticing, Spoon. I will notice everything, especially when people wear
Mhm.
hats.
Exactly.
economic plan. It's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I.
What?
Okay, so that's a plan.
Bitch, you are the richest people. You're friends with Nancy Pelosi, who I would remind people illegally elected Jim Jones to the housing administration of fucking San Fran.
Point
She's
it out.
responsible for over 1,000 murders and enforced
Yep.
suicides in Guyana.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, your besties
okay.
with that bitch.
Yep.
Again, you just said he has no plan. He literally just said he's going to cut taxes, and then you say afterwards he's going to cut taxes. Like, bitch, do you even know what the fuck you're saying?
It's going to cut taxes to the richest. Okay, I don't understand.
So all your friends?
What I don't get, by the way, is I understand that people who vote either right or left. Let's be clear. This is why I'm not a voter.
Republican,
and why it's why I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. It's why I'm a monarchist. Is that almost everyone's a fucking retard? Okay, let's just be clear about it. Is that when people hear, "Oh, he's gonna cut taxes to the rich," Guess what happens when you cut taxes to the rich? Could you read Thomas Sowell? Could you please? Could you try to read Thomas Sowell just a little bit, just a little tiny bit, basic economics? You know what happens when you cut taxes to the rich? They don't come over here and move to Guernsey. That's what happens. They stay in America and invest in the economy. That's what happens. It's not complicated. It's not. I don't
actually. If you want to read a book specifically on that, I would recommend a book called "The Myth of the Robber Barons" by Burton Folsom Jr. Yes, that goes a book. I'm actually going to mention that in a video tomorrow because some fucking retard said that monarchy stifles innovation, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you should really know what your own federal government does when it comes to stifling innovation in your own fucking country's history.
On the subject of that, can I just say, everyone brings up, oh, we didn't get the flushing toilet for like fucking 500 years because Elizabeth the first didn't like the dude who made it. Said person whose nickname was the saucy godson because he was like Elizabeth I, one of her godsons, and everyone hated that asshole because he was just a dick continuously. They didn't want to give him the credit because he was just a prick. He would continually make anti-monarchy, pro-Catholic fucking propaganda poems when Elizabeth I was in power. After she overturned Bloody fucking Mary's reign, which saw women and children burned alive for the crime of being Protestant in the UK.
Yeah, people forget about that shit.
Under the reign of Bloody Mary, we had the Guernsey martyrs, where 3 women were burned alive, and when one gave birth, they hurled the infant back into the flames.
What the fuck?
That people gloss over how fucking brutal the regime of Bloody Mary was. There's a reason she earned the fucking title.
Yeah. Good lord.
Yes, but no, do my apologia for some dickhead poet who talks shit.
Yeah, sure.
Because he invented the flushing fucking toilet like it was anything feasible when most of everyone else didn't even have.
This is why women should be in power. Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, case in point, women. Well, no, I don't totally agree with that because occasionally you get your Catherine the Greats. You get your actual autistic female.
People should be judged by their merit. Sometimes they're really good, but by and large, women don't really have a great track record.
No, but sometimes women can be very based. Catherine the Great, very based. Who's the Polish queen who was based as fuck?
No, you're thinking of Olga of Kiev.
Olga, well, yes, I'm thinking she was. Oh, yeah, because they killed her. It always happens. You kill someone. You kill some woman's children.
Her husband. Oh no, your city is now on fire.
Yeah, you kill some woman's husband and or children, and then she will go insane. It happens a lot.
Women tend to take on masculine traits when they are wronged at the expense of their husbands' lives.
Yeah,
they take on the man. It's like, as Bate put, like when a hero is someone who slays a nemesis, a monster, and wears their skin as a mantle, takes on their power and their strength. And
my only point behind this. Oh, sorry. My only point behind this is that women can be based, but you gotta really piss them off. And usually that involves fucking with their children and or husbands. Otherwise, not so much. Anyway, speaking of women with neither children nor husbands.
Of circumstance.
I actually don't. Kamala's got a husband allegedly. I don't know. I think isn't he I almost said a bad word. Isn't he a gay? Isn't Kamala's husband sort of gay?
He's Douglas Emhoff, who
that's her vice president.
Well, yes. I have heard some rumors.
She's married to Douglas Emhoff.
I have heard some rumors that her husband is a homosexual. I don't know if that's true.
So yes.
Okay.
I've heard reports that Tim Walz is a homosexual.
Well, yes, he obviously is.
I describe as an opportunity economy, and the best economists in our country, if not the world, have reviewed our relative plans for the future of America.
Would you mind to name a single one of them?
Yeah, she didn't even take his own last name. What a wowie! Don't trust a woman who won't take her husband's last name. I'm just saying that I would never trust a woman who wouldn't take her husband's last name at all.
Would you really want your name to be associated with that fucking bitch?
No, but
there you go.
I'm saying no, but like a woman who won't take her husband's last name. That's okay. The only reason that you would possibly do it, and I'm telling you this as an academic. Oh Jesus, what a horrible thing to start a sentence with. Is that if you've published under a certain name for a long time, it can be kind of frustrating to then have to change your name. But that's the only reason why I could possibly fathom it. But still, it's insulting
because the Harris brand is doing so well. How's Rolf doing?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's still an incredible. It's such a disservice to your husband to not take his last name.
What Goldman Sachs has said is that Donald Trump's plan would make the economy worse. Mine would strengthen the economy. What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually.
You are going to use Goldman Sachs as your measuring stick.
Yep.
You couldn't strengthen the cocktail, bitch.
Let me straight. You were talking about the working class families, and you're going to use probably one of the most hated names in finance to say that it's going to work for the middle class. Like, bitch,
short of a fucking IAG.
What you just said.
Well, don't you understand the average American uses Goldman Sachs?
Oh, sorry, I got AIG and IAG mixed up. Because IAG is AIG is
but the average American cares about Goldman Sachs.
Do you know, who Goldman Sachs was bankrolling the shit out of previously? Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, I know. Interesting.
Actually explode the deficit. 16 Nobel laureates have described.
You know what? You know blows the deficits. Giving gender surgeries for fucking illegal immigrants.
The average American gives a fuck about is you citing Goldman Sachs and a bunch of Nobel laureates. Get fucked.
His economic plan as something that would increase inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession. You just have to look.
You're in a depression.
We're in a recession, you stupid idiot.
You're in a full-bore depression.
Yes, we are. What the fuck are you? I don't care how much you're like. Well, the cost of toilet paper hasn't gone up. Well, it has, but let's not look at eggs or milk or bread. There was a panic buying
spree, so they went artificially up, and there's been decreased from there.
No, but her whole thing is like, well, the cost of this one thing isn't up, so therefore, and I can't.
2001 Chevy Highlander.
I can't. 2001 Chevy Highlander. Don't make me want to just put on fucking bottom gear because it's what I want to do.
We are and where we stand on the issues, and I'd invite you to know that Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending.
What's your plan? Where is your plan?
Let spastic
Kamala?
cook.
She's got no plan. She doesn't have one. She's not going to tell you one. She doesn't have one.
Himself, then he isn't looking out for you.
It's just a soundbite. They gave her that to say. Look,
they literally have his mic cut off.
Many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's.
Did you hear that though? They had his mic cut off.
It's going to make people want to be
able to go shake your head as much as you want, you dumb bint.
Good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off, she doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences.
Oh, go ahead and make all your faces.
Let him cook. We can't hear
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up and let him cook.
I'm sorry. I just hate this woman so much. It makes me sick.
We all hate her.
We'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
Mr. President, I do want to drill down on something you both brought up. The Vice President brought up your tariffs. You responded, and let's drill down on this because your plan is what she calls is essentially a national sales tax. Your proposal calls for tariffs, as you pointed out here, on foreign imports across the board. You recently said that you might double your plan, imposing tariffs up to 20% on goods coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?
They're not going to have higher.
No, they're not going. Okay.
There's actually a right-wing.
And who's going to have higher prices is China and all of the countries that have been ripping us off for years. I was the only president ever. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries. And, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration. We are going to take in billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. They had the highest inflation, perhaps.
I want to punch her face so fucking badly.
I can't stand her reaction.
There is one right-wing talking point at play here, which is not been addressed, which is that idea of made in America is a con to have products made cheaply by illegal immigrants, which is an important note to bring up.
Yeah, here's
which is You know, when I know that, why I know that, because back in the day, back when I was in my teenage years, when I was naive and I thought that the Stormfront wasn't a fucking honeypot, that was their excuse as to why their shit was made in China.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you bring in domestic manufacture, there is a temptation by these companies to bring in labor from abroad. I think that a major point that a lot of nations need to do is to, when something is said made in the country you're in, it needs to be made by locals. You need to have a caveat. You're not allowed to just bring in fucking slave labor.
Yes.
That's a point that no one ever addresses. Importation of slave labor wage workers.
Well, it doesn't care. They love slave labor.
Well, yeah, because most of these people are in bed with Qatar, which is a slave state.
A literal slaver state. They love
I should
bringing
know.
in
My granddad
literal.
used to sell them helicopters.
They love the literal slaves that the slave labor that they get out of fucking.
Anyone
Florida.
who supports illegal immigration, you're supporting slavers.
You're a slaver. Just sorry. Yeah, sorry. If you
Nothing
you're
lower than a black slave.
I can't wait to bring in a bunch of illegals. Guess what happens to these people? They are slaves.
They're trafficked.
At
best, they're working in a sweatshop. At worst,
I hope you like being a slaver, because that's what you are. If that's what you support the shit over. Congratulations, you are in support of slavery, and I'm not. So whoops, I don't know. Sorry about that one.
I think a day work should be a day earned. I don't believe in paying people.
I don't believe in slavery.
Same way, even though I hate dole scum, I don't believe in forcing dole scum to work slave wages.
Yeah, weird.
If you're working a wage, you should earn a wage.
I don't know, Spoon. Isn't it weird that us conservatives are the ones who are against slavery? Isn't that fucking insane? It's almost been the same thing for.
It's like white folk have always been against
years.
Slavery because it's fucking uncouth.
Yes, because it's against our well, maybe Spoon, you disagree, but we're the ones who are saying, actually, no, we would really like to not import slave laborers.
I don't know. I feel like Aristotle had a good view on slavery.
Look, Spoon's getting his Africanness up.
We need to give it over to the everyone's favorite, not Afro-American, but everyone's favorite African.
I mean,
the history of our country, because I've never...
if my perception of slavery comes from Aristotle, you can't really say it's an African thing.
Miss Carlisle's into the building. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't agree. I am anti-slavery for the simple reason that I don't believe in fucking walking dead bodies.
We can talk about Carlisle. We can talk about Oswald Spengler. We can talk about a bunch of people who've had some very base takes over the time. But no, we're not. I am fundamentally anti-slavery. I think it is a very bad practice. I don't think it produces any good.
Never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else.
Yes,
the people of our country are absolutely dying
she's
with
like
what
my
they've done.
light bulb,
They've
my
destroyed
toilet
the economy.
paper. Not. Yes.
If you're going to talk, pause the fucking video.
Well, I can't, because every time I do it,
yes, you can.
Pauses. No, I literally can't.
Why is your PC so shit?
It's not my PC. It's you guys. Like it's
no,
someone
it
else
isn't.
presses the button.
It's okay.
Yes,
Why is it that we can press?
She's on my Wi-Fi because you never got around to getting the hard
I don't
line
know,
back
but when I press the button, it always unpresses. Let's just go.
And all you have to do is look at a poll. The polls say 80 and 85 and even 90% that the Trump economy was great, that their economy was terrible.
Vice President Harris, I do want
It is terrible. It was.
Yeah.
to ask for your response. And you heard what the president said there, because the Biden administration did keep a number of the Trump tariffs in place. So how do you respond?
Well, let's be clear that the Trump administration resulted in a trade deficit, one of the highest we've ever seen in the history of America.
Why? Then why did you keep the tariffs then, you fucking retard?
Yep. Why'd you keep the tariffs? Yep.
That
question.
That was the stupidest
literal question you were
asked.
Jesus. Literal question you were asked is, why did you keep the tariffs? Trump administration was bad.
Well, the trade deficit. Yeah, there's going to be a trade deficit when you impart fucking tariffs.
No shit.
He invited trade wars. You want to talk about his deal with China? What he ended up doing is under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China to help them improve and modernize their military. Basically sold us out.
Are you
and a policy about China should be...
Let's talk about selling people out. Let's talk about yellow cake uranium being sold to the Russians by the Hillary administration. Explicitly yellow cake weapons grade uranium.
I don't know what she's on about. Like, in terms of, like, you're about to get... Also, do you want to get dropped by China? Like, the people who are funding you? Like, what are you doing?
Also, chip manufacturing is not done in China. It's done in Taiwan.
No, Taiwan.
Yeah.
This is like one of the most basic things everybody knows.
So there's two things to figure out here. Either
you think China's Taiwan.
She equates the two. which
Whoa.
which to the layman is nothing.
Oh,
but,
my
The
goodness.
people who know what they're all about is like the most damning shit
Oh,
possible.
that is
Okay,
absolutely
you do realize,
devastating.
As far as foreign policy goes, if you can't distinguish China from Taiwan, that's going to cause some incidents.
Yes. So she just said China is
There's
Taiwan.
been some there's going to be some sectarian violence over this.
I think she's a little bit. She's got to be in some big trouble in the East over just saying that China is Taiwan. I mean, I don't know what
Big
she meant
trouble
by
in
this.
slightly smaller China.
Yeah, I don't know what she meant by this, but wowee, not going great. Also, I don't know how far we're gonna get into this, guys.
It's only
Damn.
midnight. After
It's midnight,
midnight,
yeah.
I'm just gonna go full like. I'm gonna
turn into a pumpkin.
After midnight, she's gonna turn into a pumpkin, and I'm gonna take the fucking training weights off and just go completely racist as possible, as hard as I
Oh,
can.
Bill, don't do that.
In making sure the United States of America wins the competition for the 21st century, which means focusing on the details of what
So it's
that
very
requires,
boring
focusing
debate.
on relationships with our allies,
Just
focusing on
stupid.
investing in
You can
American-based
organize a
technology.
piss but a brewery.
By the way, how is that? How is you focusing on your allies winning the battle for the 21st century? What the fuck does that even mean?
It's a bunch of spastic gay talk.
Yeah,
exactly.
spastic gay talk.
It's just
Exactly.
faggy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what you mean is let's send Ukraine more money so they can piss up against a wall and keep using. By the way, can I just say, oh yeah, let's support Ukraine as they use cluster and flamethrower munitions in a fucking contemporary war.
Well, no, they're allowed to.
They're allowed to violate the Geneva Convention and burn
Don't you
people alive in the most
understand,
horrific
Bill?
circumstances possible.
Ukraine is allowed
If you
to
were
violate
on that
the
front,
Convention.
you could shout knives only and actually have people do that.
Bill, don't you understand? The Ukraine is allowed to violate the Geneva Convention because it's funded by the United States.
Yeah,
It's-
let's ignore
wait,
the
there's
fact-
not, no, wait, it's not funded by the United States. It's not funded by the United States.
Let's ignore the massive stockpiles of canisters of sarin gas that are being dropped from drone pods.
Yeah, very cool. I'm so fucking sick. I'm so sick and tired. I made a 2-hour-long video about Ukraine 3 years ago now, and nobody listened to me. I mean, some people did, but most people didn't. And I had a couple people. I had a lot of people very angry with me, and they're like, "No, you must support Ukraine." Okay, I know way more about Ukraine than you do. I just do in terms of the history.
I promise to tell at least one
So-
racist joke when you guys go to Rumble.
No, I'm not. I'm not playing around with it. Unfortunately, I know a hell of a lot about the situation. You don't. I think we're you know what? Let's get to the top of the hour. I know we're not gonna get through anywhere near this debate, but I'm getting tired. So
Technology, so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing, focusing on
Quantum
what we need to
computing?
do to support
which is
America's
not a thing yet.
workforce.
what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking
Okay.
about?
No. There was a theory running around that like we've had quantum computing for a couple of years.
No.
That was a theory running around for a while. I know for a fact because it was brought up by Wendigo, and Wendy's fucking word is law as far as I'm fucking concerned. I don't simp for people generally, but I simp for fucking Wendy.
Yeah.
But, as
Good
everyone
lad.
fucking should. He's a wholesome lad.
Yeah,
And
he's
they
a
brought
wholesome
up
lad.
like that one. I can't remember the material in question, but there was like a graphene like polymer that
No.
they theorized would allow quantum computing that had already been discovered like 10 years previous.
Yeah.
So if bringing quantum computing as we know it does not currently exist,
He doesn't know what the fuck it means. She's just using words. She's been like, word.
or behind in
word,
quantum
word.
computing, quantum computing does not fucking exist yet. It's a theoretical field.
No, she's just, again, and this is why I hate midwits. Whatever. There she
So
said.
that we don't end up having on the
Dunning
short end of
Kruger,
the
that's
stick
Freddy
in
Krueger.
terms
Dunning
of
Kruger,
workers'
yeah.
rights. But what Donald Trump did, let's
Workers'
talk about
rights
this.
and what workers' rights and quantum computing in the same sentence? What the hell are you talking about, you dumb
I hate to
fucking
break
bin?
some motherfuckers, but if
This
quantum computing becomes a
Spoon,
thing,
this is,
workers'
I can't,
rights
I'm
go.
not even gonna be able to get through 15, 20 minutes of this. It's gonna break my brain.
COVID
minutes
is he
before I start
actually
being racist.
thanked President Xi for what he did during COVID. Look
President-
at his tweet.
oh,
Thank you,
Xi-
President
Xi
Xi!
Jinping, yeah.
Exclamation point. When we know that Xi was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the.
Yeah, but you support.
What is that
China.
sentence?
But Kamala Harris, your campaign
lacking
is
transparency.
pro-China.
You said anyone that looks at the Wuhan lab theory was fucking crazy.
Yes, your
And now
your
you're saying China
campaign.
doesn't have transparency. Like, bitch, are you fucking
Yes.
kidding me?
Listen, like, bitch, your campaign is pro-China. It's Trump's campaign that's anti-China. What are you
But
doing?
we all knew that China was up to no good after in
I'm taking
COVID because guess
crazy
what?
pills.
I caught COVID in 2019.
As did I.
Yeah, we both did because guess what? People
We got
I had
early
people
COVID.
at my job who came in who were
Yep.
in China in late 2019 in November,
Yep.
and they had fucking COVID. and they gave it to us. We got it before December of 2019.
Yep.
We know for a fucking fact that
got
it
it
was
very
in
early.
Shanghai.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that when you talk to people who've also had what happened with me, with you, which is that if you got that early COVID, some of that shit that happened as a result of that was fucked. That's one of the reasons why I'm crippled. You know?
Yeah, because that stopped you from being able to get enough food, so you.
I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat at all.
It destroyed your neurological system.
Yeah, destroyed my neurological system. That's why I'm crippled. Now I'm not. Should I blame the Chinese? Yes. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm like.
Yes.
I really would like to, because I'd like to. Jesus, I don't want anyone to have to deal with the pain I have to deal with every single goddamn second, every fucking day. Because it really sucks, you know, to be in constant neurological pain. But there it is. It's how it is. It is what it is. Whatever.
Origins of COVID.
President Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips
Thank
anymore because
you.
of philosophies like they have and policies like they
Oh
have.
my
I don't say
God,
her because
look,
she has
just
no policy.
shaking her head.
Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my.
Someone punch her in the fucking face.
Look at her
That
fucking stupid
smug
face. All these fucking
is so
like,
off-putting.
The thing is that when Trump is listening to her talk, he's just sitting there, stone-faced, right?
Yeah,
just
stoic.
listening. She's like having all these fucking insane physiological responses.
Yeah, because she's not a fucking politician. She's a she's a bootleg fucking actress.
She's just hoping to suck his dick, probably. Someone play it. I can't do it.
My philosophy, but if she ever got elected, she'd change it, and it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, whereas I believe 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The New York
I'm sorry.
State pouring
Pause.
in.
Pause. Pause. Can I please pause? Please. Thank you. I am not a body language expert. However, I am trained in body language. I always say this. I'm trained in body language analysis.
Just say the fucking thing, bitch. We all know what you're going to say.
Holy shit. That was the most fucking expressive body language shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was a flashbang.
It was a flashbang of she knows that what Trump is saying is true, and it's upsetting her deeply. Someone else press the button, because obviously I can't.
Just look at what they're doing to our country.
Yeah,
They're
well, he
criminals.
was.
Many of these people coming in are criminals, and that's bad for our economy too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you. Lindsay?
I want to turn to the issue of abortion. President Trump, you often tout that you were able to kill
fucking
last year. You
course,
said that you were
women.
proud to be the most
God, I
pro-life
hate women
president
so
in
much, it's
American
unreal.
history. Then last month, you
We're
said that
in
your
Kazakhstan.
administration would be great
God,
for
I
women
fucking
and their
hate women.
reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised
I don't
many,
care.
with regard to your 6-week.
I don't care. Yeah. Abortion. My right to kill my baby.
The matter of abortion should be handled with a fucking color swatch.
I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I don't give a fuck.
Women, we
You
are
wanna
more than
discard
just
the fucking
our...
weak.
Listen, do you want to kill your baby? Stick a fucking pole up your cooter and fucking have fun with it. It's not the right of the U.S. government. Fuck off. I hate it. I don't care.
Bring back the discard pit.
Abortion ban, because you initially had said that it was too short, and you said, quote, I'm going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. But then the very next day you reversed course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban. Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because
I don't
you've
give
changed
a
your position
damn.
so many times. Therefore, why should they trust you?
Well, the reason I'm doing that vote is because the plan is, as you know, the vote is, they have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor.
Yeah,
What he should have just said is this was returned to the states. It's out of the federal government. It's out of my hands.
It's
exactly.
not a federal issue.
It's
Yeah,
not a federal.
literally,
It
it's
is
not
not
a
a
federal
federal
issue
issue.
anymore.
You want to go? You want to
Yes.
go rip that? Some fuck. Like if you consider
I mean, I
that life
find it
growing inside you a
repulsive.
fucking parasite, you
I
go to
find
another. You go to a state that trusts your judgment.
Yes.
And you do your thing,
I
and
find
you reap that whirlwind in the afterlife. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yes. Oh, we all know what's going to happen with you. You know, Christ will come for you.
That
All
said,
right?
I'm
Like,
also a proponent.
He
that
will judge you. He is
I'm
the ultimate
opinion-
judge. When you get up there into the pearly gates, Christ is going to be there. He's going to judge
Oh no,
you.
by the same principle.
Saint
Oh no,
Peter.
the child has come out wonky. Discarded.
No, Bill.
Yes, Bill.
No, Bill.
Yes, Bill.
No, Bill. If the child comes out
Yes.
wonky, you don't throw
His
it away.
eyes are wonky. Death.
No.
Dash it
look-
to the bricks.
Look, here's the thing. I find. Look. Okay. I've looked into the research and the data on this. The number of abortions that are performed because it was a woman's life in danger, or because, no, hang on, let's add it. Life in danger, incest, rape. We are under all of these things that they constantly talk about. Like, these are the reasons why we need to have abortions legalized.
Can we be
Do you know
honest?
how much-
The people who
all
perform
of it.
abortions aren't the people we want to fucking breed in the first place.
Yeah. Do you know how much? When you throw in, by the way, Spoon, Bill, you throw in every reason, throw in any reason that you can think of for why women say that they need to have abortions legalized. How much percentage of abortions, according to the data?
6%, I think.
It's about 0.08.
Okay.
Less than 1%.
Here's the question: when we have artificial wombs that can maintain life
Oh
beyond
no,
the body,
Cecilia, it's less than 3%. It's less than 1%. That's how bad it is.
When we have artificial wombs that can maintain life beyond the body,
Mm-hmm.
will abortion be reneged upon? Will it no longer be an option? Will you just have to transfer it into a new womb, an artificial womb?
Yeah.
Or are you going to keep doing this bullshit because you're a bunch of fucking stem cell sucking assholes? Let's talk about let's have a chat about
Just ignore
Planned
my
Parenthood
religion.
stem cell and fetal fucking body
how
part
they sell-
sales.
How they
Which is
sell
a
fetal stem cells. Yes.
The reason why
curious.
you will never see personhood assigned to a fetus is because Planned Parenthood sells the body parts to private companies for profit.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Which is, by the way, Planned Parenthood is government funded in some places.
Yes, it is. It's
Even though it's a for-profit government organization. That is
Yeah.
fucking disgusting. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what side of the fucking fence you're on. Even
Yeah,
you're pro.
look.
You could be pro-abortion, not just pro-choice, pro-abortion, and still it would be
I'm
disgusting.
understanding. I'm understanding. Like, look, if you got something really fucked up happened to you, or you got raped, I don't want you to be. I mean, I don't think it's the baby's fault, but so I really would prefer if you didn't. But
Sorry, Joe Macon just chimed in with a fucking banger.
Joe Manchin said, "Yeah,
I award this man honorarianship.
Being 1/16th Jewish myself, I wouldn't have survived under Bill's breeding policy. Like so many children actors, I've always had a little Jew inside of me."
Honorarian. No,
Holy
we
shit.
can't trust him
That
too much. He's paying in euros.
God.
That is
I'll read
probably
the
one
rest
of
of
the
super
most.
chats at the end.
That's probably one of the most base super chats we ever had. That was.
Oh,
like,
no, I'll get him. I'll get him
damn.
right here. Now we're talking about it.
I'm actually fucking amazed he was able to send
And
that.
it's also added on the Rankin Bass fucking Hobbit.
Yeah.
Goddamn profile
Horwitz
picture.
Feinberg and Horwitz for £10 or $10. Excuse me. Says, I want the Donald back in the White House. Times were good enough that I managed to get debt free in 2019. I know, wasn't it nice when we were able to have money? Slosher for 10 Canadian says, did you see the interview with the factory manager in Springfield, Ohio? Talk about his cat eater workers. Yeah, we watched that and talk crap about local white people and call them all drug addicts. Yeah, we watched that. Or we watched.
First of all,
something related to
the
it,
people
yeah.
who are drug addicts and druggos do not actually work because they are signed off.
No, it is almost midnight. Do we want to keep watching this or do we want to head out?
I'm done.
Bill, how you doing? I'm down to clown.
I've still got a bit
I'm
more
also
energy drink
tired.
left. I'm getting
Well, I might have
worse
another ciggy
because I'm still
but-
drinking jet fuel.
I mean, we've been going. God, we've gotten through 10 minutes and
2.5 hours.
But there's no way we're getting through this. I knew we weren't. I just wanted to watch a
The
little
whole
bit of
thing
it.
isn't it? There's a whole bit at the end that's them commentating. It's not just the whole debate is 2 hours. By the way.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I don't want to hear the words "Oh, sorry, I came in late" from someone called Slosher. I'm sorry, but I don't.
Slosher's a good guy.
Slosher's a good guy, but the combination of the name and the comment is a bit nefarious.
Virginia, not the current governor, is doing an excellent job, but the governor
Yeah, the
before,
previous
he
governor
said the baby will
fucked
be
it.
born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
No,
And that's why I did that,
Kamala,
because that
he
predominates.
said that. It was
Would
my
you
home fucking... Can you
fucking
please pause? Please. Whoever's
Jesus,
cooking it,
woman.
stop. Okay, I'm not doing it.
Both of
I
you
don't
fucking
push-
pack it in.
I don't push the fucking... I don't even push the fucking button because it doesn't work for me. So, this is my home state. And yes, the fucking thing that he said is that we will decide their baby will be born, and then we will make a decision with the mother what we're gonna do with it. This is a post-fucking-birth abortion, and you can...
No, it's not just murder.
look at her smiling little face. She's so happy. I think that Kamala Harris can't think of anything she'd like to do more than kill a child.
Well, she's had enough splat on her fucking face.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she certainly had plenty of abortions on her face.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
Piss up at a brewery or a gangbang in a minefield.
Yeah, I gotta have a piss. Like, this is, but look at her. Look how.
The Princess Diana reference there.
There is no way. Yes, it was.
I'm glad that someone got the call back.
Yeah, thank you. There is no way you can make up.
I think you and I are the only ones that get that joke.
Oh, I got it.
Welcome to Morocco, bitch.
Look at she's just thinking about killing a baby. Look how happy it makes her.
I need more stem cells.
Yeah. Right on her face. Yes, she needs more stem cells on her face to keep.
My administration's main thing is going to study how to get more adrenochrome.
Remember when whores just fucked and kept them fucking cells? Kept the fucking nose clean. Well, maybe not the nose clean, but spiritually the nose clean, perhaps. But no, everyone's got to get involved in shit now. Maybe just it keeps your fucking lane. Like. If you're hoe-bagging it up, just go hoe-bag it up. Don't fucking suddenly make it everyone else's fucking problem. Jesus wept.
Because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think was a horrible pick, by the way, for our country, because he is really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay. And that's not okay with me, hence the vote. But what I did is something for 52 years. They've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. And through the genius and heart and strength of 6 Supreme...
Roe v. Wade was always illegal, and it should always been reviewed. Even Ruth Bader Ginsburg herself said that shit needs to be fucking repealed so we can sort it out properly, because it was illegally fucking instituted. The Supreme Court is there to ratify laws, not make them. It doesn't matter where you stand on the matter. And I know that I've been playing devil's fucking advocate on that sentence the whole fucking night. But Roe v. Wade was always illegal. It was...
Yes.
It's not that... It is not... You are going for a smoke.
Well, yeah, I'm going for a smoke, but the Roe v. Wade... reality is that Roe v. Wade has no legal standing whatsoever. It's complete, absolute legal nonsense.
Yeah.
Anything but the legal
And
system.
it will never be properly ratified until it's handled in turn. And as a result, it needs to be repealed so that it can be properly handled on a state-by-state or a federal basis.
Never can be on a federal basis because it has no legal standing. Sorry.
Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85...
It's like less than 5%.
As we mentioned, 0.08%.
Okay.
5% of Republicans do exceptions. Very important. But we were able to get it, and now states are voting on it. And for the first time, you're going to see, look, this is an issue that's torn our country apart for 52 years. Every legal scholar, every Democrat, every Republican, liberal, conservative, they all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened. And now, Ohio, the vote was somewhat liberal. Kansas, the vote was somewhat liberal, much more liberal than people would have thought. But each individual state is voting. It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Actually, her vice president's state that he resided in, it actually is legal there. So he's
just straight up lying on national television.
Yep.
Madam Vice President, I want to get your...
If you notice, she was not fact-checked once. Donald Trump was fact-checked 5 times.
Okay.
And they were wrong, by the way.
Even with this debate set up as is, because let's face it, no one in the media's been pro-Republican fucking this side of 50 years ago.
Oh yeah, easily.
So this man, like the man's in, even if you don't like Trump, I'm not a big fan of Trump either, because I think he's a fucking New York Democrat, as he is.
Yeah.
But he's in enemy territory and he's holding his fucking own. And he's making Kamala look like a fucking retard.
To be fair, she can do that herself. She doesn't really need to be in for that.
Again, piss up some breweries.
Yeah.
The response to President Trump.
Well, as I said, you're going to hear a bunch of lies, and that's not actually a surprising fact.
Bitch, you can't say he lies and then say it's a fact. They're contradictory. You
let her cook, because otherwise she won't burn herself.
God, this woman is fucking dumb.
Let's understand how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade.
It's your country's based on states' rights, you stupid bitch.
Who
And
the
they did
fuck is Roe v. Wade protecting?
Yeah.
Exactly as he intended. And now in over 20 states, there are Trump abortion bans, which make it criminal for a doctor or nurse to provide health care. In one state, it provides prison for life.
So?
Trump abortion bans that make no exception even for rape and incest, which
That's not true.
understand what that means.
And that's
A
like
survivor
you
of a
did not
crime of violation
instigate
to
any
their
of these.
body does not have the right to make a decision about what happens to their body next. That is immoral. And one does not have to abandon their faith
not talk about
or deeply held
morality
beliefs
in terms
to
of
agree. The government and Donald Trump certainly should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I have talked with women around our country.
I think many people have told you what to do with the body. Probably way too much. Ask Willie Brown.
Where's Willie Brown in all this? Isn't Willie Brown like a Democrat now?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he still Democrat or has he gone Republican all of a sudden?
Oh, it'd be funny if he was Republican.
You want to talk about this is what people wanted?
If I had a
Pregnant
blowjob
women
on
who want
a
to
face like
carry
that, I'd go
a pregnancy to
Republican
term, suffering from a miscarriage, being denied care in an emergency room because the healthcare providers are afraid they might go to jail, and she's bleeding out in a car in the parking lot?
Okay, this story doesn't exist. This is like an extremely hyperbolic scenario that no one fucking buys.
She didn't want that. Her husband didn't want that. A 12 or 13-year-old survivor of incest being forced to carry a pregnancy to term? They don't want that.
I would like to know how many 13-year-olds or is anyone under the age of 15 in the last year couldn't get an abortion because of any of these laws. I guarantee you it's like less than 10 cases.
And I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law.
Yeah,
But
they can't do
understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban. Understand, in his
No, he won't.
Project 2025, there would be a national abortion.
I thought he didn't have a plan, Kamala.
Yeah.
He didn't have a plan, but now he plans to ban abortion. Like, this is fucking retarded.
A monitor that would be monitoring your pregnancies, your miscarriages. I think the American people believe that certain freedom.
This is like the most retarded dystopian thing she said in the entire fucking debate. You trying
What'd
to
she
tell me
say?
that there will be individual monitors and the federal government is going to basically massively invade in your privacy and somehow is going to know when you have an abortion.
From last I checked, there's no national ban on a bottle of gin in the flight stairs.
Yeah, here's the thing too. I like, okay, I'm just gonna say what I think, which is that I hate women so much it's unreal, and I can't fucking stand. Why is the woman's issue our ability to kill babies?
Because they're not used for
praise ball.
Yeah, to praise Moloch. I can't comprehend.
Moloch is the act of burning.
I can't fucking comprehend. I genuinely can't comprehend this. Why is it that women's primary issue is that I want to be able to have unprotected sex and then abort my child because reasons? No, I can't comprehend it. It doesn't make sense in my brain. Am I retarded? Maybe.
Because,
I mean, it's very possible.
It's very simple, Aiden, is that your sex, if you're given freedom, you all turn into whores.
What? I have freedom?
The only reason any of you
Allegedly.
bitches in any way behave like civilized human beings is if men kick the shit out of you.
I can't comprehend this.
You need
Why
to
would
be
you want to
held.
kill a child?
You need to be held to account by men, or else you all regress to basic sluts.
Yes, Lucy, I agree with you. Lucy Lemonberg. Lucy Lemonberg, excuse me. Wow, excuse me. That was a very rude thing to say. Lucy Lemonbug. The modern way of offering our sacrifice. I agree.
Yeah.
It is a sacrifice to some
Lucy's good people.
vile god. I don't know what god it is, but it's not my god.
Satan.
I find it's Satan. Yeah, I find it to be sickening, and I don't understand. Can you just use a condom?
No.
Could you use now? I'm a very ardent anti hormonal birth control person, right? Because I know what hormonal birth control does to people, does to women. All right, I know what it does. I've talked about it. I've made videos about it. I've given speeches about it in public. So why you shouldn't take hormonal birth control? Okay.
Makes you like femboys.
It fundamentally changes your psychology. That's why you shouldn't take it. That being said, have you thought about, like, I don't know, just not taking cock all the time? Have you considered this imperative? I can't understand
All of
women at all.
mankind manages to rub one out completely of their own accord and have a good time.
I can't comprehend this female shit where it's like, what are you doing? Have you considered
if you're that much
not
of a
doing
fucking
it?
horn dog that you just need to get dick at every single fucking turn, maybe like, you know, buy a Sybian or something and, you know, stimulate the fucking economy.
Use a condom. Use a condom. Use a damn condom.
Buy a washing machine. Maybe learn to use the fucking thing.
Oh, but rape, and look, that's terrible. Rape and incest. Yes,
if you
but I
care
just
that much
went
about
over
rape,
the-
if you care that much about
over
rape,
the
maybe don't import a bunch of
statistics.
illegal immigrants.
I just went over their statistics on this, and it's less than 1% that compromises incest, rape, all of these things that are why women get abortions. It is less than 1%. And they say, oh, it's because of rape and incest. No. Less than 1%. 98%.
If you're that anti-incest, why do you vote for Joe Biden?
98% of abortions, when they ask women, why are you getting an abortion, is no reason fucking given. That's it. There's the data for you. There you go. 98% no reason given, which
Just
means
'cause they
it is
can't read.
elective.
God
No, it
gave
means
you
it's
two
elective.
hands and a fucking tumble dry to keep you out of trouble, and yet you're still
I'm
finding it.
sickened by this. And, you know, it's not because I'm a Christian. I am a Christian, yes. But it's beyond that. And then people will be like, oh, you're a Christian. That's the only reason you care. No. It's not the only reason I care. The reason I care is because it's disgusting. It's sick. It's a human life that I don't care that you don't think it's it's not a person yet.
To which I reply, bitch, you're a woman. You aren't a person yet. Come
would
back
be
in 10,000 years of evolution. Maybe you've got some new thumbs that work.
Mm-hmm. It would be a person if left by its own devices in most cases. And they say, oh, not in all cases. Wait, if you're pregnant enough
Again,
to be able to...
what are you going to do when we have artificial wombs? Are you going to you're going to still keep doing it? Because guess what? Planned Parenthood needs more body parts. It needs more fucking fetal stem cell groups.
Yes.
It needs more product. You're not a
Yes,
you're not a
yes,
mother.
yes,
You're
yes.
not a free woman. You're a fucking production line.
Exactly.
You're being
It's
psyoped
sick.
into shit. You should be
yes,
fucking
you're being
disgusted
psyoped
that you're
into
being
this.
psyoped into shit. You're being turned into a fucking second grade, operation.
Yes,
goddamn
people
production line.
people in the chat saying they're pagans, they're atheists, and they also find it repulsive. Because guess what? It is. Because all of us inherently know. We all know. We don't need religion to understand this. Is that is a human life that you have extinguished because you're bored or whatever.
Yeah.
No, look,
Minnesota
I don't want
facts,
to always.
$5.
Okay.
Modern leftist women refuse to be beholden to anything. Boss, not humanity, not God, not their
Thank
children,
you, Minnesota.
especially not a man. Well, here's an idea. Maybe be beholden to
Minnesota.
yourself for a fucking change. Be beholden to anything.
No, I no. This is the one thing where it's like you've actually. And this is something, again, it has nothing to do with me being a Christian, because I felt this way before I became a Christian. Of this, I always felt that this was disgusting. You know, I had I used to be very, very, very afraid of getting pregnant. They're really, really scared of it. And then, you know, it turned out, well, I can't. So whatever. But like, this is disgusting to me. Well, Kamala, you don't have any children either, so you have no room to fucking talk. Trump's passed his seat on.
It's hard to get pregnant on your T-zone.
Well, yeah.
In particular, the freedom to make decisions about one's own body.
No,
should
it's
be
not
made by the
your own
government.
body.
Thank you,
It's
Vice
somebody
President
else's
Harris.
body,
Well,
you
again, it's a
fucking
lie.
bitch.
I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban because we've gotten what
Oh,
everybody wanted.
if you want
Democrats,
what I
Republicans,
like to
and
do.
everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting. And it may take a little time, but for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart, and they've wanted it back in the states. And I did something that nobody thought was possible. The states are now voting. What she says is an absolute lie. And as far as the abortion ban, no, I'm not in favor of abortion ban, but it doesn't matter because this issue
The
has now
states
been
take a
taken over
decision.
by the states.
Would you veto a
Thank you.
national abortion ban if it
Well, I
came
won't
to your
have
desk?
to because, again, two
States.
things. Number one, she said she'll go back to Congress. She'll never get the vote. It's impossible for her to get the vote, especially now with the
Oh,
50-50,
smug.
essentially 50-50 in both Senate and the House. She's not going to get the vote. She can't get the vote. She won't even come close to it. So it's just talk. You know what it reminds me of when they said they're going to get student loans terminated, and it ended up being a total catastrophe. The student loans, and then her, I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach. But look, her boss went out and said, we'll do
That's a good shot.
Dude, she's fucked. She's fucked. Like, his answer is completely correct.
We're 22
Let the
minutes into
states.
two.
Would you
we're
let him?
We're 20. 20 minutes into
the
3
joke.
hours,
and then
we fucking...
her, I think probably her boss, if you call him a boss, he spends all his time on the beach.
That's a good job.
But look, her boss went out and said, we'll do it again. We'll do it a different way. And he went out, got rejected again by the Supreme Court. So all these students got taunted with this whole thing about this whole idea. And how unfair that would have been. Part of the reason they lost to the millions and millions of people that had to pay off their student loans. They didn't get it for free. But they were saying it's the same way that they talked about that they talk about abortion.
But if I could just get a yes or no, because your running mate, J.D. Vance, has said that you would veto it if it did come to your desk.
Well, I didn't discuss it with J.D. In all fairness, J.D. And I don't mind if he has a certain view, but I think he was speaking for me. But I really didn't. Look, we don't have to discuss it because she'd never be able to get it, just like she couldn't get student loans. They couldn't get student loans. They didn't even come close to getting student loans. They taunted young people and a lot of other people that had loans.
Let's be very clear about that. That was the reason why, if you believe that Joe Biden was elected legitimately, the reason why he was elected is because he said, I'm going to just erase all your student loans. That was why. That was his big thing.
And what was a lot... These people who care about so much about the founding fathers and their decisions about democracy.
Yeah. Now, were your student
Democracy
loans
dies
erased,
when
guys?
a man thinks he can vote himself richer.
Yeah, guys, were your student loans erased? That was the legitimate. If there was any legitimate reason why Joe Biden was elected, it was him saying, "I'm gonna make your student loan go away," which yes is unconstitutional and ridiculous. But did that happen? No, it didn't happen. Trump. What he did with the abortion issue was sent it back to the states. The states can make the decision, which is what they did. Kamala Harris, being a Californian, now let's be very clear about what the abortion rules are in California. It is up until birth. So, like, you are giving birth and they can kill the baby inside of you. Okay? That's what Kamala wants. That's the abortion law she wants to make federal policy. All right, just saying. That's the person we're talking about. That's her state. That's her policy. I would assume so.
It's all the people out there with student loans who are struggling. I just got to say, have you tried not being fucking broke?
And she's not gonna raise your student loans either. By the way, no, she's not gonna do that.
She's a second-term Democrat. She ain't doing shit.
No, she's not going to erase your student loans. And if she gets her way on abortion, it will be that you can be literally giving birth. You could have, in fact, I think it's post-birth abortions that are even legal in some instances in California.
Even if you're a Democrat, if you have Kamala Harris have her, well, this might be her first term, technically speaking, even though this tends to be a second.
Yep.
Like, do you want to make Keir Starmer look fucking moderate?
Yeah, make Keir Starmer, the commie, look like a moderate. Here you go. Here's Kamala Harris. Now, again, all I have to say about it is that I don't know how y'all in the chat feel about abortion, but Spoon and you and I have had a significant. It was the first discussion I think we ever had live on air. Spin. We talked about we had an abortion discussion, and the reality is that I think we disagree on some of it. But I think we can all agree that 9-month abortions, that is a murder of an infant, okay? That is child murder, and you need to go to jail. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You can never get this approved. So it doesn't matter what she says about going to Congress. So wonderful. Let's go to Congress. Do it. But the fact is that for years, they wanted to get it out of Congress and out of the federal government. And we did something that everybody said couldn't be done. And now you have a vote of the people on abortion.
Vice President Harris, I want to give you your time to respond. But I do want to ask, would you support any restrictions on a woman's right to an abortion?
I absolutely support reinstating the protections of Roe v. Wade. And as you rightly mentioned,
Roe v. Wade was a faulty decision that was made on a bunch of faulty premises.
Answer the question.
No, not no.
Even though she has been primed beforehand and has been given, like, let's face it.
Where are the restrictions you're gonna put? Where do they end, Kamala?
She was told the questions about beforehand, and she's still dodging them.
She still can't answer the question. Where are you going to? If you are going to, where does it stop?
At this point, you need to just concede that.
Mentioned nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is.
Yeah, except for, no, actually, it is happening in California right the fuck now. Your home state. Your home state. Don't you fucking lie to me. I'm so furious. How dare you?
Calm the fuck down.
No.
Yes.
No, this one actually gets to me, Spoon. This one gets to me.
This one actually gets to me. To the women of America. And understand what has been happening under Donald Trump's abortion bans. Couples who pray and dream of having a family are being denied IVF treatments. What is happening in our country?
Shut up, you dumb lying bitch. No one is being denied IVF treatments because of abortion bans. You are such a lying cunt that it makes me fucking ill. Holy shit. Nobody in this fucking continent, well, excuse me, I live on the other side of the planet, but no one in America is being denied IVF treatments because of abortion bans. That is... So, okay, if you guys don't know, in the chat, the silly, absurdist sort of thing that the left has come up with is that if we ban abortion, then we won't be able to have IVF. So you know how IVF works is that you take a whole bunch of eggs, a whole bunch of sperm, and you insert the sperm into the egg and you put it in an incubator and try to see if any of them take. And then if one of them takes, then, and often there's many of them, which is why some of them go, yeah, that's how Octomom happened. And you put all the eggs or as many that are fertilized, into the woman in hopes that one of them transplants or plants itself into her uterus, right? Not a single goddamn person, maybe one, I don't know, who is against abortion, such as myself, wants to ban IVF. This is a complete nonsense argument that's been created by the Democrats that makes no sense and that nobody... It's total... Yes, it's false equivalency, Arden. Exactly, it's a false equivalency. Nobody does this. It's so stupid.
And I would
Good
question
Lord.
the allegiance of anyone who would.
I would as well.
Wouldn't it be really convenient if a Democrat-aligned lawyer tried to argue the point?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But Kiz had chimed in, $5 or £5, sorry. Bloody Mary is a prime example of the Vatican City would be begging God of me being merciful to their institution and faith.
Yeah.
Because Kizza has never found a fucking bridge he won't throw himself off.
Listen, again, I'm
500 years ago, your the countries of most of the people in this chat didn't exist yet.
Yeah, Aiden's too emotional to be a monarch. Well, that's why I don't want to be the monarch. What? Nor does Spoon.
These two retards try to elect me.
No, neither one of us wants to be the monarch. That's the whole thing. I am very emotional. I'm a woman. What the fuck do you think's happening here? Of course I'm a woman. And of course I'm emotional as a product of that. The reality is, though, is that I find abortion to be one of the most fucking sickening and disgusting practices that exists in Western modernity. I think it's disgusting, and I think it is barbarism, and I think that it is murder. That's what I'm going to say about it. Anyway.
I'm a proponent of discarding the weak. However, when people are trying to profiteer off it, that's
killing
where
a
I draw
baby
the line.
before it's even able to be born. Go fuck yourself.
Working women who are working 1 or 2 jobs,
who
can barely afford
working woman.
childcare as it is, have to travel
Well, could
to
she maybe
another
like
state
not have sex?
to get
Have you
on
tried
a plane
that?
sitting next to strangers to go
The
and get the
working women
healthcare she needs.
having sex is how Kamala
Barely
became
can
a
afford
working
to
woman.
Yeah, that's how you became in your entire position. You were a working woman. You were on your knees. Listen, what the fuck's wrong with you? If you have sex,
I mean, look at her.
unprotected sex, we live in a society. We live in a world where there's a billion ways that women can prevent themselves from getting pregnant.
Case in point, when you went to the DNC and you saw the massive fucking implant.
What do you want to do? Okay, so all right, so you can use a condom. That would be an obvious way. You could use other forms of. You could use a female condom. You could use hormonal birth control, as most women are put on when they're 12. Like, by the way, in America.
There's the implant.
And then if you absolutely fuck up, use Plan B. Oh, you got all these methods.
Cervical implant. There's the hormonal implant. That lasts like 6 months.
No, I'm not against Plan B because Plan B prevents the even though the sperm and the egg have met, it prevents it from implanting. I'm not against Plan B. I think that it's up in the air a little bit. Maybe, but
morality, like you got to take some precaution. Like
yeah.
there's like the morality's morality, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a safety net for folk. Much like people who are even hardcore,
even family, even like
capitalists, usually at least believe in like helping motherfuckers out, you know.
Well, like even like a family that's like, oh shit, we've got like, we've got a bunch of kids, and
the third world, Yorkshire.
Sure. Kizza for £5 says abortion. All the arguments for it are always about removing accountability. No accountability equals you get a complete hysterectomy zero exceptions. I agree with you. I agree. Actually, Kizza, you often say things that I think are way too extreme, but I agree with you on this. Is that if you keep having to get abortions,
fuck that weak Kizza-related shit. I am with 100% Vitlas. Plan B. B for bum. One up the bum and you won't be a mum, as Midnight Beast once said.
I'm sorry though. I think you should have to have like a
one up the bum and there's no harm.
What do you call it? Like you know when you get the little card, like they have the punch card, right? If you've got 3 abortions, I think it's time to remove your uterus. I agree with this. I think that I know it sounds insane, but I think if you've had 3 abortions, I think it's time to.
There are further hormonal issues at that point, but those people are just dead ends.
What is the woman who's had 3 abortions going to be afraid of at that point? Sorry, don't you just want to go through
accountability?
Well, yeah, there you go. Accountability done for you, homie. Bye.
As stated, one up the bum and there's no hold on. God gave you 2 hands and a mouth for a reason. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, sure. That's how the rest of us all work through it. Sorry, but I mean, like, no. Seriously,
that's gonna be my running joke this evening. Like, God gave you 2 hands and X.
But honestly, this abortion punch. I think if you've had 3 abortions, it's time for you to have your have a hysterectomy.
Oh, I couldn't possibly do that. My body's a temple. Your body's a fucking Aztec temple.
Your body's an Aztec temple. You're throwing fucking children down the fucking goddamn cliff. Sickening. And I'm tired of pretending
God
otherwise.
gave you 2 hands, a bottle of gin, and a flight of stairs, if that concerned.
Okay, how the hell have we spent so much time on this fucking thing?
Oh, right. Well,
it's completely
Oh, wait. Shall we just head off with it?
Fucking irrelevant when it comes to the entire federal fucking government.
Well, because I hate this discussion.
Everything's a platform for us to swing our dicks in the fucking breeze, because this is just horseshit.
Well, let's get to the end of this discussion. I think then we're gonna head out tonight. Sorry. I don't know. I'm all on. I'm turned on. Well, not like that. I'm activated. Yeah, I'm awake. But it takes a long time to wake me up before you go.
Wake me up.
But I think that we'll do another
before we go.
Well, I don't know. It's already like midnight and a half. Let's do a little bit more. Spoon, you tell me when you're done. When you're tired, okay? Are you tired now? You're sleepy now, Spoon.
Someone called Demi Lovato. We need her now.
All right, Spoon is sleepy. Here's the thing, guys. Apparently, this entire debate was very boring. So
we could tell.
Well, yeah, it's been 24 minutes, and you spent the last half an hour shouting about a fucking issue that doesn't even involve the federal fucking government.
No, of course, but Kamala Harris is pretending it applies to the government. Anyway, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to bed.
Okay, before we do, I'm going to click to a random place in the video, and we'll address that one point in 10 minutes.
Whatever happens in like 5 minutes, just click to a random point and see what happens. I think you actually clicked at the end of the debate.
ABC News president.
You actually clicked at the end of the debate. Yay!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Baywatch is a fantasy. Baywatch is.
Oh my god.
How do we feel about Baywatch?
Tits. Nice.
Which era of tits?
I like tits.
Things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years.
Why hasn't she been
They've
in
had
Baywatch?
3.5 years to fix the border.
Where's her tits? Where's her tits?
Which era of Baywatch is the best
Where's her
one?
bum?
On the floor.
True.
I'm just saying, like,
play the damn thing.
3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in. You believe in things like, we're not going to frack, we're not going to take fossil fuel, we're not going to do things that are going to make this country strong, whether you like it or not. Germany tried that, and within 1 year, they were back to building normal energy plants. We're not ready for it. We can't sacrifice our country for the sake of bad vision. But I just ask one simple question. Why didn't she do it? We're a failing nation. We're a nation that's in serious decline. We're being laughed at all over the world. All over the world, they laugh. I know the leaders very well. They're coming to see me. They call me.
They laugh at us publicly, as they should.
That is a good point. Is that all the leaders in the world are hedging their bets on him. No one is coming up as a Kamala Harris for giant fucking shit. Unless they're paying him for money.
Everybody wants us to go back to Baywatch. Sorry.
Here's a question. What's going to happen when Kamala Harris rocks up to Qatar or Saudi Arabia?
Oh, yeah.
What's this doing here?
She's going to be...
you understand
she's going to be... No, she's going to be bringing out a Ouija board to call my granddad back up to sell him helicopters again.
What don't you understand? She's brown. She's brown.
So?
That's why I didn't listen to her.
It's important. She's brown. She's
a
brown.
woman.
And she's a woman. It's very important. She's brown and a woman. It's very important.
I don't care.
Wait, hey, Spoon, hang on. Did you know this about Kamala Harris?
What?
She's a brown woman. It's very important. Ah!
You're sending this to South Africa.
I know.
I don't care if she's brown or a
all
woman.
over the world. They don't understand what
We
happened
are
to us as a
raping her
nation.
to black
We're
so
not
that
allowed
in
to
South
Mom,
Africa she can be
any
our
idea
own
what's
mother
going on. We have
in
wars
the
going on
chat.
Middle East. We have wars going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to end up in a third world war, and it'll be a war like no other because of nuclear weapons, the power of weaponry. I rebuilt our entire military. She gave a lot of it away to the Taliban. She gave it to Afghanistan. What these people have done to our country.
What, is your mother actually in the chat?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
No, my mother's in the chat.
Is she?
Hey, Mom. Yeah.
I just watched the start of this where I made fun of her voice.
Oh, you did make fun of my mom's voice earlier, didn't you?
I'm sorry. She sounds like a Jewish
now
grandmother.
you gotta apologize to my mother. She's here.
No, I don't. I'll just block her number.
And maybe
Nice.
toughest of all is allowing millions of people to come into our country. Many of them are criminals, and they're destroying our country. The
They
worst
are.
president, the worst vice president in the history of our country.
President Trump, thank you. And that is our ABC News presidential debate
exists.
from here in Philadelphia at the National
That was it. That was the whole
Constitution
thing. All right,
Center.
so
I'm Lindsay
we,
Moore.
we
Thank you for
totally
watching
watched
here
the
in the US.
entire thing. We watched the entire
Yeah.
look. We got through the entire thing. We watched the whole bait.
There was the strangest thing. There's like a weird blip
Weirdly.
in our connection, and then like
Just
you
yeah,
guys must have
just
blinked.
good. I don't know what happened, guys. But
You time
if you didn't-
traveled.
If you missed it, it definitely it was that we watched a whole hour and 41 minutes. Hell, like that was gonna happen. Anyway, here we are.
Let us
At
all
the
go
end.
around the table and discuss our most extreme view.
Let's all say our most extreme view. Just kidding. The reality is, Trump. From what I
Ending
saw,
slavery was a mistake.
Trump slapped
No, it
the
wasn't.
shit
It's
out
too
of
expensive.
Kamala Harris.
Oh, sorry, you are a collector of antique fucking farm equipment.
Look, Kamala Harris can't help herself because she's a disgusting freak. So
No,
she just
Bill, I
has
want to
this like,
repurpose it to compost.
she does this horrible thing where she just is always smiling and sneezing and be like
Kamala Harris is proof that teeth should be a privilege.
Yes, good point. Yeah.
Local man has a lot of teeth for a smug cunt.
She has too many teeth for a smug cunt, yeah. So I don't know. Kamala Harris sucks. She's got too many teeth. I don't think she looked good in this. You know? Damn freaking hiccups. You guys go ahead.
Haha. Ha.
Is that it? Are we done?
So, Spoon, what's your most extreme view apart from the slavery thing?
I think segregation should make a comeback.
Apartheid's been working pretty well for the Israelis.